And welcome to Punch Drunk Sports. We have a very special episode, almost like the Haley's Comet of Punch Drunk, in that this show's been going on 7 years, and this is only the second time that I will be hosting without Ari or Tebow, and everybody turns it off. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. We got a very special show. Very excited. Joining us back from the backwoods of North Carolina, where he called me. He hunts naked. That's a tradition of his family. He goes out into the forest with a knife, not a gun, a knife, and he hunts. Johnny, welcome back.
Thank you.
And then speaking for two, back in the saddle, actually was late but showed on time because we started late. Fight Nanny, everybody.
Hi.
And joining us in studio, a very good friend of mine. I've known this guy, it's crazy, about 18 years. 18 years. Was one of the big guys at the Comedy Store when I got picked up, and then he's gone all over the place. Yeah, you are. Well, you don't go up there as much as you used to.
I know.
And you've seen on Mad TV, Comedy Central, and also. Please welcome to the show, my good friend Johnny Boom Boom Sanchez.
Oh, boom Boom.
Boom Boom is the shit, dude.
Boom Boom.
That's your name. You gotta go with Boom Boom, dude.
So
Boom Boom Sanchez.
You know who used to call me that? Remember that Pierre guy?
Yeah.
Not the black Pierre.
Oh, that's the only Pierre I know.
The real skinny guy that used to go on stage with a huge fat tie, which made him look even skinnier.
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember
kid.
him? We did a show at the La Jolla Comedy Store, and afterwards we all hung out. And I ended up getting.
Did you ever go back down to La Jolla?
No, but I should. Right?
Why don't you hit him up?
I don't know the girl.
Emily, hit her up.
Check this out. I end up getting into a scrap with a couple guys late
Hold
night.
on, you?
Yeah. And
was this Party Johnny got in a scrap?
Yeah, totally.
Party Tripoli knows who you're talking about.
So, and then this guy, I think his name was, I thought it was Dave Pierre, but anyway, he started calling me Johnny. He started calling me Boom Boom Sanchez after that.
Yeah.
I got in a scrap with a couple guys.
Now, hold on. So it was you versus a couple dudes?
It was me with one guy, but the friends jumped in.
And
so
then
I basically got jumped.
Did you win or lose?
I was taking the big dude. I took the big dude down. He was like this big college guy.
Yeah.
And then his friends, one of the guys started kicking me in the head. And then Tim DeVars, he was a black dude. I was fighting a white guy. And Kim's like, really? You're going to support your white friends? At least he's a minority. That's what Kim DeVars said to this black guy. Anyway.
That's what people don't understand about La Jolla is that the condo is in PB.
It's in PB, though.
Which is so hilarious because I once did a gig down there. It was me, Steve Byrne, and Cynthia Levine. It was like the last time she was kind of in at the store, and she'd forced her way into the weekend because it's her birthday.
Yeah, that's
so she came down. She took my name off the marquee, put her name up because it's her birthday.
I love it.
And then she would bitch that she had to open the first show, so she cried. They're like, put her in second. I mean, a death of 1,000 deaths, dude. The 1,000 deaths she ate on stage. And she went to the condo. She got there before everybody else. She took the big condo room. There's the main room that the headliners are.
Yeah, the big room, the master bedroom.
Yeah, she takes it, basically boards herself in, okay? So she's not hanging out with us. And occasionally she'd walk out, grab a piece of furniture, walk it back in and shut the door.
Because just so they know, the other room has 2 beds in it. It's a small room with 2 beds.
Yeah.
So that means you and
Steve Byrne
are sharing those in their little twin beds.
Right. So she come out. So we decided to go get these tacos over there in PB, this little taco shop. And we go, hey, Cynthia, because they're trying to be nice. Because you go down there and it's kind of fun to go with someone you don't know because you get to know them and you kind of bond a little bit. You know, that's back in the day. So we go. And Steve and I grab our food. We're walking out. I see Cynthia pull up in a car. I go, Cynthia, what are you doing? She's like, I decided to get some tacos. I decided to drive because, I didn't want to get raped. And I'm like, Cynthia, this is PB, home of the hottest 22-year-olds on the planet. The only way you're going to be involved in a rape if you're holding down the chick, okay? That's the only way you're going to have any involvement in this fucking rape. Nobody's going for you. They're going, Grandma, hold this chick down. That's what they're doing.
I want to see this lady.
Listen, I have no problems with her now. She's nice. She's been coming around.
She was old then, though? Oh, so she's
I mean,
old.
like, dude, she was like 35, but you're in PB.
Yeah.
Everybody is 21 years old.
I can vouch for that.
It is literally.
I mean,
like,
even the dudes are like super hot guys.
Yeah,
You know?
they're
I
like-
mean,
Yeah,
it's
they're all
like,
Marines. And
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you got
They're all
the
military guys.
No, but the
And
guy,
college
even the
students.
guys going the college dudes. You got the military guys, and you got all these chicks going to
beach
school. I mean, it's
physically
'cause
the peak.
Remember the balcony was on the boardwalk of PB. So everybody would just hang out on the balcony, and just the most amazing looking women are walking by all day,
So
tanning and everything.
there used to be this club out there called it was PB Bar and Grill, and it was so much fun because like I played when I was like 25, 26, so I still in that kind of age demographic, and I'd always go down and end up boning like one of the staff members, right, in like the bushes or something like that, and I hook up with this chick who was like a gardener out there. She was like she had her own business, and she was in love with me.
But a white chick, right?
White
I
chick.
think everybody, might get an image of a Latina or something.
Oh, that's a great point. That is a good point.
Yeah, so
I don't know if I want to tell
Alan-
the story because she's super creepy. She was known
No,
for like
tell.
Her claim to fame is that she blew a cow, and then we're like,
What?
that's not really a cow. It's not
No,
you
it's a
sucked on
bull.
an udder.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
really
that's
what
an
you did.
udder.
Oh, okay.
And then she was like, she was into that weird shit. She was like, that's kind of what I'm into.
She
And-
was too weird for you because that's saying something.
Wow.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I'm a weirdo.
You might as well tell a story.
Maybe
now.
she was confused that while sucking on the
She
the
wanted
white
to blow
came
a
out,
horse.
the
she
milk
said.
came
That's
out.
what she wanted to do, blow a
Ew.
horse.
Too big.
I mean, wait a minute. Like,
Oh, Skype. Can you do it on yours? Okay, let me hold on. Let me pull it up. So Ari wants to Skype in now. So he was at the game last night.
I think I'm the reason why he didn't come today. By the way.
No, well, that and he's in Georgia, so it could
Oh.
be that he was like,
Man, he got to that game was
he went to the game. He
Yeah.
lost the bet.
Oh.
He lost the bet and he had to go to a game. So hold on. We'll get the Skype going. Real quick, Johnny, do you got any dates you want to push? Even if it's at the end of the month, they would love to.
Oh, I'm doing I'm doing the Laugh Factory tonight on Ruby Tuesdays with Russell Peters and
That's tonight.
Chris Spencer and the 9:30. It's 9:30. Owen Smith and April Lacey. It's a great lineup, and Ruben, of course. And then January 27th, I'm at the doing a one-nighter at the Orleans with off the strip with Paul Rodriguez and some other
How is
immigrants.
the Orleans?
I don't know, dude. I've never been there.
This
This is my first time there.
I love getting at Vegas. I'm actually looking into buying real estate out there. I want,
Is it still as good? Is it still great?
Yeah, dude, I was just in Tampa. My friend came up to me. Her and her mom came to the show, and they were like, "You can buy a house in Tampa for $1,000 down."
Yeah, but then you have to live in Tampa. That's the problem.
Hey, dog, I'm good with that.
I feel like Sam would like Florida.
awful.
Yeah.
I think Florida is completely under.
I don't know. Tampa seems like that would fit you. You know, it's a little.
Yeah.
It can get a little grimy there. It's a
Yeah,
little,
yeah,
See? He loved it.
yeah, yeah. You got it. That's exactly what I'm all
So
about.
why didn't you buy a house with your $1,000 you made for the weekend?
Then how would you do this? You would just do it via there. You would do this.
Well,
all
I mean,
your
I
stuff?
wouldn't move out there. What I would think about doing is buying property.
It's just about having properties. really what it is.
just rent out, because at the end of the day, regardless of whether I am doing comedy, doing well or doing not, real estate, you know, at some point retirement comes in.
you
and
gotta
you
think
can
about it,
just
yeah.
start doing that, and like.
Yeah.
You can get super cheap property now. Guys, my dates, I'm going to be, tonight is at the Comedy Chaos. It's sold out in the main room. And then tomorrow, next Wednesday, look who it is, joining us via the power of Skype. Hey, what's up? Please welcome Ari Shaffir. Let me see. Hold on, Ari. We got to plug you in. Please hold. Please, God. Please hold. Ari, welcome to the show. Joining us here, Bert Kreischer. It's a night of 1,000 comedians. And Johnny Sanchez is here. Bert, how are you? You do not look hungover at all, Bert. Bert, you do not look hungover. You look perfectly like you didn't drink last night, and you're doing fine. Bert, you do not look hungover at all. You do not look hungover. Not at all.
I feel good. I feel really good, Sam. I feel really, really good.
You are really good. I feel like we're on the Born Identity, and you've seen the subject, and you're asking me what you should do right now. That's how it looks like, right? Joining us, Johnny Sanchez.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, brother?
And then the
Oh,
fight,
now,
the
now
fight
you
mommy.
let me see him.
The
I
fight
wanted to see how good he looked.
And Johnny and Johnny. So, guys, how did it feel to be at the greatest NCAA championship football game of probably all time?
It was one of the funnest games I've ever been to in my entire life.
I
It was
mean,
fucking great. It was great.
I mean, you guys literally couldn't have picked a better game to go to. I mean, like, it all kind of worked out with Ari going to going to Asia, banging Asian boys, and coming back, and you guys got to go to this game, which was much better than the last game.
It really did. It really did. If I had not gone to Asia, we would have done something else.
Yeah, you probably
For
would have
sure.
gone to like Notre Dame versus whatever team. This was great. This is like the two greatest things. What was the feeling in the stadium?
Well, first of all, the line getting into the stadium was
heard about that.
aggressive.
Heard about that.
That was
yeah.
probably the biggest problem we had. The line was because of Trump. They had made
Oh,
they had bottlenecked everything, and it was, I mean, insane. And then Tom took it upon himself to pay off 2 security guards to walk us through like we were celebrities, and which only started fight after fight after fight with moms. I mean, this woman yelled at this black dude. I've never seen someone be so disrespectful. And granted, he was cheating. He was just getting us to the front for $100, but
only $100?
That's all it took. Bert said go 3, and Tom's like, relax. Let's start at 1.
Wow, man, that Netflix money, huh, dog? Dropping C notes on fucking black people. That's nice. That's nice.
yeah.
Wow.
But it was and the seats Ari got us were on the 50-yard line. They were amazing, like big cushiony seats, and we had all the beer and food you could drink, access to this private bar underneath the stadium.
Oh my God.
Dude, did he tell you how much he spent on the tickets?
No, well, we were guesstimating. I mean, the lowest level I think that they said was like 2,500, so he had to do at least 3 of those. So, I mean, if you're talking these are primo seats, could he have gone double that? Ari, reveal, how much did you pay?
$89.50.
Oh,
$89.50.
Oh, really? Shut up, dude.
Yeah,
Shut up.
I got a discount because I got the $20 SeatGeek kickback.
Thank you,
$119. Would have been $119.
You're like, go.
How much did it really cost you?
Too much.
What's the
Too
number?
much.
I paid $2,000 for my World Series tickets. What'd you pay?
Far more than that.
Oh, shit.
It's got to be more than 5.
You
said
go big
double.
or you go home. I'm saying I'm
I'll
going to
tell
say
you this
those
much.
seats.
It was so much that Tom kept bringing it up to me. He was like, he spent 30, like that over and over again.
And Tom has 3 Porsches.
So we're looking probably, I'm going to double that number at 5. He spent at least 5 on those, $15,000. So then he had and Ari's not going to give me a number, but he likes that number because it makes him seem like a baller. And then he bought them tickets, probably, I don't know how, we're going to say a minimum of $3,000 to $5,000. I mean, $300 to $500 on the flights.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this dude probably dropped almost in the range of 18 to 20 grand, maybe.
God.
Here's the deal, Sam. When you make a bet, you pay it off. I'm still waiting for you to pay off the T-shirt bet.
Oh, you're lying, dog. You're lying. I paid it off.
When I
Ari,
make a
you
bet,
owe
I pay
3
it off.
bets. You owe 3 bets, Ari.
They're
You have
coming.
to start
They're
the
coming.
U.S.
It was a polar vortex in New York. I couldn't go begging on the street.
That's
during a polar
exactly when
vortex.
you're supposed to do it, Ari. Well, it's not supposed to be a sunny
I
day
have to
on the
beg.
fucking beach.
I have to beg for $40 on the street and then give it to a homeless guy. I have to
Oh,
beg
I
like a
love
homeless
that.
guy for
I love
$40.
that.
And then he has to get on a bus with all immigrants and get them to chant USA. Get a bus.
Subway.
Subway, get them chanting USA, and then he's got to shove a hot dog up his ass. A hot
Oui.
dog.
Cooked or
That's a great question.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
Ari has internal hemorrhoids, so I'd do a frozen one. See if we can get
Yeah,
some
maybe
relief.
cool it off, laser it off, make it nice and
Oh
cold.
yeah, maybe I'll lube it up with preparation.
I'm definitely throwing some fucking I'm definitely throwing a condom on it, and I'm thinking about asking one of my BDSM friends
Say it.
to do
Why
it.
are you throwing a condom on it?
because I don't want it to break off in my asshole.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, yeah.
Gotta think these things out.
Dude, I've been thinking
not
about
bad.
this a lot. Okay, Bert, I know exactly what's going on here. I know flavor. I know everything. I got the whole plan. I am not enjoying losing this bet, and it's all because David Carr.
I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna go the opposite way and go Italian spicy sausage.
No.
Yeah, what are you doing?
This is your only true opportunity to raw dog it.
I don't know. We've seen Ari's asshole.
Sam has many opportunities.
We've seen Ari's asshole. It has adjustable grips on it, so I think there's been some traffic in there, and that's just my fucking opinion. Well, how long to your guys' flight?
An hour.
Hey, how were there any
No,
fights in the
3:20.
crowd besides you guys starting
Oh,
them? Any
yeah,
fights?
I watched a dude punch a guy in the head in the line.
In the line.
What?
Were they?
Do they get to go into the game after that?
And then, they went and watched a game with a black eye.
Yeah.
Georgia.
Segura broke up a fight happening in front of us between two, 57-year-old men, 60-year-old men.
Now were
People
they?
were crazy, man, because Trump was there, so the line to get in was so much longer. They were patting down everybody. We got there. Miss Pat told us, she goes, "The line is 3 blocks long. You better get down here." Like,
Oh,
"What do you mean
Miss
3
Pat
blocks?"
was there.
Yeah, Miss Pat was there.
Did you see anybody else? Was there anybody else you recognized?
Diso and Nero, whatever those names are.
They weren't there.
Yeah, they took a picture. They put it up on the screen.
Oh,
Jesus and Nero.
yeah, Jesus and Miro.
Well, who are they? Who are they?
Yeah.
Jesus and Miro.
Sounds like you were really enjoying that free
Samuel L.
booze, bud.
Jackson. Kendrick Lamar did a halftime show. I was downstairs eating free roast beef. And
By the way,
pork.
that dude made so much money that night. Because if you ever watch rappers or any singers, they have dancers. They have one dude all by himself.
Yeah.
The only guy he had to pay was fucking Pyro dude to hit fire, 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 fire. That was it, dude.
Yeah.
Mad money, dude. Mad. Now, why'd you guys all get Georgia? Because I noticed y'all had Georgia jerseys on. Why?
Because Bama, screw Bama. They've won it too much. Who wants Bama? Who wants another Bama?
Hey, we're in an airport lounge and Ari's yelling, "Screw Bama."
I don't know if you
I
know who
cleaned it
you're
up.
sitting with, the amazing racist. He's tried to get people deported for a good fucking YouTube video. I don't think he's afraid of that. At what point did you guys realize that maybe the it was going to go to overtime? You're like, oh, dude, are we gonna get fucking overtime?
Well, we never really had faith, just because it looked like Alabama figured out Georgia completely. They figured them out. So at that point, it's like there's no chance. There's no chance. And then when they missed that field goal, it was like we were all hoping for it. It was a short field goal. They missed it at the end of regulation.
That
and it was
kid's
we got
life
OT.
is totally different than the moment that he misses that kick to the moment they catch the. He's living in that dude's thinking, where am I relocating? What is going to be my new last name?
His family's thinking the same thing.
I can't live there anymore.
They can't live there anymore. They.
No.
And then he catches football. He's like, okay, I can stay home now.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
And he had to go over to that guy in the locker room and hug him and kiss him, the receiver and the quarterback, the kid. But
I would love if he went up to the coach. He's like, "Hey, do we need to kick an extra point? Because I'm totally good for that."
No, we're good. We're fucking good, dog. We're good. So Nick Saban, you can say whatever you want. Has go on.
No, I was just curious. When they sacked the kid in the after Georgia got the field goal, and then they sack him way back. At that point, you guys must have been like, "This. It's 2nd and 26."
Second choice. We were thinking if you can stop for 10 yards or less.
Yeah.
This field goal kicker had missed 2 field goals already.
Right.
It'd be a long one, and then we got a real good chance of walking out of here right now.
Yes, that's what.
And if you stop
Georgia
for
people
15 yards, even at 15 yards, and he hits a field goal, you're still talking double overtime.
Dude.
Yes.
Could not have had a better game.
That pass was just when he threw it, I was like, "What's this kid doing?"
Yeah.
It's 2nd and 26. Why is he? It's going to be 3rd and. I'm automatically thinking when the ball's in the air, the kid's. It's going to be overthrown or something.
Out of bounds.
And now it's 3rd and 26. This is over.
Yeah.
And he catches it, and I mean, my
unbelievable.
mouth dropped open. Like I was like, I couldn't believe. And did they just assume that receiver, that was also a freshman, were they not? Just really thinking.
Well, as I was watching the game, they basically said he abandoned his veterans. He went with the freshmen that were like super high skill. He's like, fuck, I need skill over.
But I'm talking
like,
the defensive, the safety, and the cornerbacks. Were they just kind of like there's a
it,
freshman
that guy's never
here?
caught anything.
That has to be the mentality,
They
right?
fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they definitely fucked up. I mean, it was just they left this guy open, and that guy, that was the most yards he's ever caught in a game all season.
So crazy.
Yeah, just that one play.
Freshman to freshman, too, by the way.
And I'm sorry, but Nick Saban has, like, this is his 5th out of 10 or 5th out of 8, right?
9, I think.
They're 9.
9. I think this was his best coach game because usually he has way more talent than the other guy.
He took out the starting quarterback all year.
Yes.
At half. He
And
took
he's
him out.
like,
He said, we're playing
this
this guy who hasn't played.
It's crazy.
And now you got to wonder, does that quarterback come back or does this new kid start who's a more dynamic player?
The other guy's going to the NFL, I think.
Yeah, Hurts.
Yeah.
Really?
Jalen Hurts has got to go. Yeah, because this kid is their next. This is for the next 3 years.
You got
with
your
this kid.
chip. You did too.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
But here's the thing: if he had changed quarterbacks and they couldn't score and they lost 30-0 or 30-3, everybody would be. It'd be like shit talking Saban. But it was such a G. And then he changed running backs as well, dude. He brought in the freshman running back over
it's like,
Scarborough.
You guys aren't doing jack shit. Time to go with
Unbelievable.
the kids.
Unbelievable.
What a great
Man,
game.
lucky for you. That's fantastic. You guys,
are so blessed, dude. That was great.
Because
Yeah,
that
it was
was.
pretty fun.
Do you think that was better than last year's game with Clemson when it came down to the last? I think this could be better, right?
Yeah.
Because of the comeback and then
They're
overtime.
It
both
might be.
great.
Yeah,
They're
down
both. But
13.
this was better because, like, Saban had to reach deep into his bag of tricks. Deep into
The
it's like,
wizard.
oh, fuck,
The
what do I got
wizard,
here? What do I
dude.
got here? Just throw. He's like Carrot Top on meth, just at the end, just throwing props out there. What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this?
It was mostly the Bama defense just shutting everything down.
Yeah, that's
Well, he
After-
gets
after
the
midway
best.
through the third,
He
it
gets
was
the
over.
best. Who wins in a game, Alabama or Cleveland Browns?
Alabama.
Cleveland Browns, they kill Alabama.
Browns.
They
That'd be
would?
ridiculous.
They'd kill
That'd be
them?
ridiculous.
Yeah,
The
they'd
Browns
kill 'em.
would kill them.
Oh, okay.
At the game, how many times you guys get recognized? A lot.
A bunch.
And who got recognized
Afterwards.
the most?
Bert. Always Bert.
Always Bert. That's his people. Well, you're ACC, Bert, but you know you're kind of SEC too.
Yeah, we got. There's a video on Instagram of us partying in a liquor store.
Dude, it's so funny. It's so fucking funny, dude.
So good.
I love it. Ari fought at first, and then he just got in and started.
Yeah, you gotta go with
dancing.
it. It's electric. His energy.
Yeah.
And then those 3 kids walked into a liquor store, and they're like, Bert. And I was like, you know me.
I love that you're still shocked. That's so fun. Dude, it was such a funny. And I just go, I could never do a video like that. I'm just like shit-talking superstar. Like, it's such a
Because there's no
funny...
conspiracy with that.
Yeah.
Like, who put this liquor in here? Must have been the CIA.
Was it the Clintons?
All right, man. I don't want to keep you guys here fucking almost making out. Dude, I couldn't be happier for you guys. You guys picked
Thanks,
the
buddy.
best game to go to.
Dude.
Such a fucking
I mean, they're going to be
monster
talking
game.
about that for like.
It was so funny
decades.
because I had to drive to somewhere, and you would just be driving past bars, and every bar in LA had this game going.
Absolutely.
And you'd hear like, oh, just as you're driving past these bars. I've never seen anything like it. I'm dying to know what the numbers are. It had to be packed.
Sam, did you see the video of me recording the very last play and then cutting to Tom and Ari's reaction?
No, I didn't. Where is
It's
it?
on my Instagram.
Here,
It's
find
awesome.
it, dude. I mean, mind
By the way,
blowing.
it was 77,000.
There, but in terms of like how many people watched this game.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah. There's 77,000 people in that stadium. That was insane.
Oh, I thought he meant what Ari paid.
I did too. I was like, oh, that's what Ari
Oh my
paid.
God! And were you guys around Georgia people? Were you?
Yeah, we're not allowed to
Oh,
talk. A
so
lot
it
of
gets
Bama fans
quiet.
left.
Oh, look at. Oh.
Oh my
Ari's just got a
God!
tan on his chest like this. Like
Is that not great?
Like he's got the vapors.
Look at that. Look at that catch. Look at these Georgia people. They
These
cannot.
just silence on the other
Look at
side.
that guy right there with his head
Bedlam.
down.
Look at this.
That's awesome.
Look at Ari with his hand, the Pledge of Allegiance on it.
Unbelievable, man.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Well, you guys, man, you'll no matter how much money you spend on that Ari, it wasn't enough because that will never happen again.
The cool thing was Tom picked out this event to go to before
It was
like,
lined up.
When FSU was still ranked 7th.
Oh, because it could have been your boy there. So this was early then. This has to be like early in the season because FSU went to shit fast when their quarterback got
We're
hurt.
like, okay.
All right, you guys are breaking up.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
you guys, man. Congrats on
love you
everything.
guys.
You guys
Yeah,
killed
man,
it,
that was
dude.
awesome.
Thanks for calling in, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was cool as shit, dude. I'm gonna give
Look at
look at this. I'm gonna give Ari Shaffir 1 star, just to fuck with it.
That's exactly how it was 2 years ago, the basketball national championship when Villanova won, the last second.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Marcus Page made that shot to tie it, that crazy shot, which would have sent it in overtime. And
When
then they were
Marcus
down.
Page made the old black man at the Y
Yeah,
shot.
yeah, exactly.
You
yeah.
ever play basketball at the Y and just there's always that old black man
the clutch,
doesn't
like
run
the double
anywhere,
clutch.
no matter where he shoots, gets no leverage, just boom, and hits it.
The ball starts like right here. Yeah.
Oh my god,
That is
I
amazing.
couldn't imagine.
But yeah, it's a weird
Look at
sound
that
because you have
throw.
half the people who are absolutely celebrating. It's different. It's not like any other football game or basketball game because it's half and half.
They're
or,
around a lot of Georgia people, dude.
Oh, yeah,
look,
at that.
it's just
silence, just silence.
like that one dude that's got the Chubb jersey is just bent over like.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
They gave away these seat cushions at the basketball national championship, and everybody just all at once for some reason. It's just a spontaneous thing. Everybody just threw them out. At the end of the game. It was
Oh,
crazy.
because you went to? Did you watch the Final Four last year or
I
the
went to
championship?
the past 2 national championship games when Carolina was in them both, and I went to both. Yeah.
You know what, dude? I paid $2,000 to see the World Series, and I would do it again, even though I knew they lost the game.
It's really cheap though because they play it in like they play in a football arena, which is ridiculous. But
Oh yeah, well, and
Yeah.
it in
the basketball I'm talking about, the national championship. In
Oh yeah,
basketball.
yeah, because there's so many seats.
Yeah, and the seats at the top are terrible. I mean, for basketball,
Oh,
Yeah.
unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable.
God,
Bert
what a good
Kreischer.
game that was, that football game. God.
You know what, man? Everybody hates
bastard.
Saban, and I get
I
it.
know.
And now they're like, is he going to go to the pros? It's like, I think he already did the pros.
He
right?
would, yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
like at some point.
That tells you how hard the NFL is to coach, by the way. If
Well-
a guy like Saban can't fucking succeed in
Let
the
me
NFL,
tell you that my feeling is, and it's a little
Well,
different
look
now
at Chip
after this
Kelly
game.
tried it too
Yeah,
recently.
yeah.
Who, yeah.
Basketball in the NCAAs, you can have more talent than the other guy, and I think we've seen that with Nick Saban and also with what's Calipari at Kentucky, where they have more talent than everybody, so they can win, and then they go where everybody's got the same talent.
Yeah.
And I believe if you had the right, I like Hugh Jackson in Cleveland, okay, but if you had the right coach and the right GM, you have the same talent. Everybody, you could work the system right. They just have a shitty GM. I'm glad they fired him because they
So you're
passed
okay with them keeping Hugh? They're
I've
keeping
always liked Hugh.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that job. That's why they kept him.
He was great in Logan.
Oh, okay. Whatever his name is, What's his name?
Hugh Jackson.
No.
Hugh Jackson's fine. I was just making a Hugh Jackman joke.
Okay,
That's fine.
okay. Because yesterday I
Oh.
literally butchered every single fucking.
Name for anybody.
Wait, what is his name? Yeah, it is Hugh Jackson. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
There's Hugh Jackson.
Because he didn't do well with the Raiders either, dude.
No, he actually did do well,
didn't
dude.
think
If
he
you
did
remember, he did really
Sam likes all the Raiders coaches, by the way.
No, I don't. And
he
we'll
was-
get.
I thought John Cable back in the day. I couldn't believe
He
he
great.
went 8-8, won every game in the division, and they didn't bring him back.
When was the last Raiders coach you didn't like, Sam? Like you were upset that they weren't.
what's his face? Who's the kid who got hired who failed up?
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
like,
an idiot.
Why
Oh,
is
no,
this
no,
guy
no.
coaching our team? Who is
Yeah.
this kid?
Yeah.
The Raiders is not like, hey, learn on the fly. That's not what the team
Did
is.
Hugh Jackson do well when he was? I don't remember
he
him.
did. Remember, dude? He did. I think he was the team that won every in-conference game.
No, that was John. That was Cable. That was Cable that did that.
Look
8-8.
Look
I'm
up
working on it.
Hugh Jackson's.
John Cable. I know.
Look up Wolverine's record.
The Raiders were 8-8 his last season. They started 7-4 and finished 8-8 his last season.
Remember, he had Carson Palmer. He gave up too much for him, though. That was the
Yeah.
big problem. We gave
So,
up.
are you excited about Chucky or not?
I am excited because it shows that the owner and the GM are doing whatever they can. I like Jack Del Rio. I think Jack
did
Del
too.
Rio
I really
made
did.
a mistake
Yeah.
by keeping his defensive coordinator that was dog shit,
Yeah.
and nothing changed. Ken Norton didn't change anything.
Yeah.
Ken Norton made our backfield on defense a graveyard of elite quarterbacks. I mean, they would break down the film like, where is this cornerback going?
Where are they
He
going?
doesn't even know where the fuck he's supposed
Yeah.
to go. That's because Ken Norton is a college football coordinator. Whatever it is, when he came out of the NFL,
Yeah.
he went to college, and that's how he thinks. He's not an NFL
Yeah.
coordinator.
Right.
And look at the Rams. They got Wade Phillips, and dude, the team is killing it.
Yeah, they're killing it.
Right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they lost because the Falcons are an elite team that have more.
And well, the experience came into play too as well.
Here's a big. You got something to say, Aaron?
Oh, just every time you say Ken Norton, I go, Ken Norton's dead. Ken Norton Jr. is the coach.
Thank
Did
you.
his
His father
dad
was
die?
famous. Yeah.
Yes.
When did he pass away?
Like
Dude,
2 years
the guy
ago.
was a boxer in the 70s.
No, he was my
What do you think?
favorite.
It's a good fighter.
Of all the fighters?
Dude, this is so crazy. I got when I was in amateur boxing, the local
That's
news.
why you fuck dudes up, because you
Yeah,
had
I've been in
amateur
a lot of
box-
scraps. Dude.
Oh, that's
I get
great.
picked on a lot.
I get it,
I'd always
dude.
be the guy that they'd go after. So they were interviewing some of us kids, and we were getting ready for the state championship tournament. And on camera, the guy's like, and he goes like, the news guys. I was like 9 or 10. He's like, who's your favorite? There he is, man.
Love that
He's like,
hat.
who's your favorite boxer? And I said, Ken Norton.
All
And he
his
goes, you don't like
jewelry,
Ali?
too.
And I was like, nah, I don't really like him. I was like 9, 10.
He would, if he fought today though, he'd clean out the division. Like I
Dude,
really
this
believe
guy
that.
was a
He was
this
very
guy was a
talented,
beast,
Yeah.
man. I mean, you know,
They were.
dude, those back then,
You're a big boxing fan?
I was.
I love boxing.
I've fallen off, dude, because of these. Listen, Mayweather and the big fights that end up not being anything.
Well,
It's just a moneymaker.
Do you ever
They don't
watch,
go
like-
after each other like, dude. You've seen the footage of Hagler Hearns in the first round. Like that's the shit that
my
these guys
opinion is the UFC has forced them to start doing this.
Well, but then we had that debacle with Mayweather and what's his name?
Yeah, but it was
McGregor.
a freak show, but people
It's a
enjoyed
little-
it. But
they
I mean,
had
like,
to do that because UFC is like the shit,
the
dude.
boxing, the heavyweight division is really, really interesting now.
Now it's getting
coming
back
back
to,
now.
but I mean,
You
but
should go with
dude,
us. We go to well, we did once, but we want to do it more. We
The
go to
forum, yeah.
forums to watch.
Maybe I should
live
get back
boxing.
into
It's like
it.
$20.
But here's the thing: you understand that once they switched from 15 rounds to 12, this is when all the draws started happening. So I don't know if they need to go to 11 or go up to 13, but let's get rid of the even number rounds because it's too
You're
easy
right about
to
that,
have
yeah.
draws.
You know what,
dude?
dude?
12 and
Like,
10 rounds.
I
yeah.
agree with that.
I
don't
mean, even
think
if they
there's
got to
any-
go to 11 because it'll speed up the fight.
I'm down with 11 or even
13, but I know people aren't gonna like that because
Then
of
go
the
to 11.
superstition, shit.
Oh, that's interesting.
You
Go to
know
11
how
then.
people
Go
are,
to
but-
11 then. Go to
But
11.
but UFC, even my dad, dude, who's been a lifelong boxing fan, had started watching more UFC because he just said. He goes, this is shit, dude. Like, they spend the first 4 or 5 rounds figuring
Don
each
King,
other out.
and then what happened is we had Don King, and then we had Floyd Mayweather, and that's about, honestly, 30 years of bad boxing. And
Yeah.
people have been like, fuck that. But this premier
Not
boxing
30. The
champions-
early 90s were pretty good, man, with the heavyweights in the early 90s.
No,
and
but there
mid-90s.
was
Yeah, but you had
trickery.
Gotti and all these guys in the 90s. I mean, the 90s, there were still some brawls. I want to see brawls, dude. I don't want to see.
Do you watch primetime boxing at all? It's really premier
Yeah,
boxing
Premiere
championship.
and prime
is
time.
great.
I mean, you know what? If it's on and I'm home and I'll watch it, but I get frustrated with the decisions, dude. Like, I don't know what these judges are watching. I don't know.
There were some killer decisions last year. Some really awful decisions.
Well,
Awful
that-
decision.
Because
And then
what
I go, fuck
happens,
it.
dude,
And
and,
then
I believe that if you really want to clean up not just boxing but most sports, you have to take the refs off the fucking payroll of the people promoting the thing.
Right, because I will say that-
UFC is it's Nevada. It's the refs are from the state that they're fighting.
Yeah,
in.
because in UFC, I mean, you guys know this way more than I do, especially Fight Mommy.
Fight
but
Mommy knows
d-
everything about
there's,
UFC.
There's rarely a stoppage in UFC that should not be stopped, right?
Well,
Does
I
that
mean-
happen very often? Because I don't watch it
Sometimes
all the
it's
time.
Early. Sometimes it's early, but then you're like, it was just going to be more of that.
Yeah.
Once in a while, you're like, okay, they stopped that. They stopped that fucking.
And that's
early.
usually after they got in trouble for letting something go too far.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So then they get real cautious for a couple fight cards, and then they go back to.
Well, it's just being a ref isn't. I've been thinking about taking getting a ref
Classes?
license.
I love all his thoughts. Like, I'm gonna own homes in Florida.
I'm
gonna
going to be a referee.
I always wanted to do that. Just be like,
Do you really though, man? Because then you're the
Yeah,
asshole
first
though.
of
when
And then
that's like-
everyone hates you.
You have to
Yeah.
do it
I would
making
never
that
mind.
face.
That would be really
like
funny.
a mime trapped in a box. or something.
Oh, dude. Hey, hand out the cage. Hand out the cage. Hand out the cage. Do it again. I'm gonna take a point. Just get into
I
it.
would love to see you in there.
Oh,
Please
my
go to
I might
wrestling
do
school.
it.
I hate referees.
I'm taking jujitsu, so it's like that's a big thing to be an MMA guy. You have to know jujitsu. So
Yeah.
I am in. I just for the sake of just to be able to do it. I think it would be fun.
Are you training with Joe?
I know I train with at Eddie Bravo's school. It's
Oh, I've heard that.
It's 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu. But I'm gonna
Over
start
in
going,
like Olympic or something? Is that the,
Did you ever meet my old roommate Scott Ross? I had a crew that were from Vegas. It was Vinny from Chicago, Mark Hatchell, and Scott Ross. I started doing
so.
jiu-jitsu like 10 years ago with
Oh.
Scott. Scott stayed with it. He's got a black belt now, and he
Okay.
teaches. So I want to talk to you guys about something that Jason and I talked about how certain sports right now are on the rise, and other ones seem to be faltering. And the ones I see on the rise are NBA, and I see baseball is making a really nice comeback.
that was because the last two World Series were amazing.
Yeah. I mean, like,
yeah, I agree with you.
MVP for Houston was obviously Dave Roberts, okay? Dave Roberts, the fucking manager of the Dodgers, putting out the 6'7" Asian guy to get lit up for 5 fucking rounds and give away the World Series. So thank you, Dave Roberts. Enjoy that victory
I
parade.
felt
in
bad for
Houston.
that dude. Parrish, right?
No.
Who's the
Darvish?
Darvish?
Lou
I always
Dar-
get his name mixed up.
Who
Yeah.
Darvish? It was just like they
Darvish,
should have
yeah.
gone with. There were so many other pitchers you could gone with. And if you really wanted to use them later on for an inning or two. But they had them. They knew how to. Dude, you go with who's the kid? Andrew. Who's the other pitcher that beat them in Houston?
Beat them in Houston.
Yeah, lit them up. Anyways, the reason I think that baseball and
It's
NBA
too slow for me.
This
Hold
is
on.
your team, by the way. You're asking me about your team.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I don't know if you know, but I fuck names up constantly. It's like a gift.
So am I. I just
five
said. I just said
starters.
Parrish. I mean,
I got a black belt.
I get
and
I'm
fucking your name up. That's what I
horrible
got.
with names.
So
What was the question? Dodgers pitcher or Houston? Who are you talking
Dodger.
about?
Dodger. Okay, so the reason I think that the NBA and baseball are doing well is because, hear me out. We are a nation of workers.
Wood, you talking about?
We work Woods. Yeah, Woods
Alex
lit him up.
Wood.
Alex Wood lit him up. Should have. He had 5 days off. Could have pitched him at the beginning if you really wanted to win.
Pulled him too soon too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Dave
5
Roberts.
innings.
Dave Roberts like, I'm the smartest man in the whole stadium. Watch me. I have analytics. I'm going to put this guy in because our numbers say this is what's going to happen. In-game analytics ruins baseball. Analytics going, hey, dude, I should sign this guy, sign this guy, sign this guy because we need guys in this thing. But once the game's going, you have to be like, what is the feel of the game? Who's hot? Who's not? Put those guys in. Don't be like, my analytics say that this guy's the best guy against Asians who are 6'7" and left-handed. You know, it's like, fuck you, man.
By the way, can I just say this? If you do referee, please do it in that voice.
that's
With
fine.
that face.
Get your hands off the cage.
Get your hands off.
Get your hands off. I will deduct a point.
Even in the beginning, you're like, over here, let's get it on.
So, the reason I think that the UFC and NFL is doing bad is because we are one of the reasons, not the total reason, but one of them. We are a nation of workers. We all go to work for somebody, and we hate getting treated like shit. And I think we see that both these players in these two different sports are getting treated like shit. Whereas baseball and NBA,
I think
they
it's
have a very symbiotic.
With the NFL, I think it's the complete opposite. I think people are against the players. I think that's why it's with this Kaepernick shit. I know in the South, man, I when I got home,
the
that's
ratings
all
were
people,
down this
people
year.
were pissed about that, man. Like really,
Really?
all over the South, they're pissed about that.
My estranged wife is from Columbia, South Carolina.
Oh, yeah,
so
no,
I'm
I'm
constantly
not
going.
far from there.
Yeah, I noticed your Dylan.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean, they're livid in the South about all the kneeling and all that shit, dude. And a lot of them were. My dad, surprisingly, because he's a veteran, Korean veteran. he was like, he stopped watching for a while. This is the first time he hasn't watched football.
Wow,
in like
so
50
maybe I'm
years.
wrong.
Well, I think they're getting it from both sides though, because you have people like Anthony Johnson, who's not watching because they won't hire Kaepernick. So I mean, yeah, they really kind of screwed themselves.
I think the
from both
Raiders
ends.
He
should
will
get
never
Kaepernick.
get hired. He will never get hired.
Dude,
Ever.
don't
His
you
career's
think-
done. You think?
He's
Don't
done.
you think the Raiders should do it? Like it's so Raiders.
No, you know who
if
should
it-
do it? And it will never happen. People who have the Panthers, the Seattle Supersonics. Seattle.
Well, we could use him as a backup. But he's
Yeah,
not gonna
that's
start,
what you.
man.
No, that's
Dude,
what I mean.
He
Like
needs to go into a game that has a mobile quarterback that you don't have to completely change your offense when he comes in. They need to go with the mobile guys.
Well, that's
the
what
guys who
Diddy
want-
said. He would buy the team and just let Kaepernick start. He would buy the Panthers.
They're never gonna let Diddy run. They're never gonna let
he
him.
doesn't have
own
enough
it.
money. He doesn't have enough money.
No, dude, they're never. I mean, especially now. Look how bad Jeter's doing, dude. And with he has completely alienated that community by selling
yeah.
off giving away all their players, which sounds good because you're like, we're gonna redo it. Then they're jacking up the prices.
I don't think that's what he's doing. He's not trying to like reset it. I just think he's financially put himself into a corner, right? I mean, that's what it sounds like, and
Yeah.
he's trying to get some money back.
I mean, the old owner was a real shitheel too.
Yeah,
so,
he was.
I mean, they might be like,
Hey,
hey,
dude.
this might still be better.
Sometimes
than
it's the devil you know, right? And like Jeter's like. People are freaking the fuck out because he gave away all their players.
that. Well, you give the best player back to his former team.
yeah, it's just crazy.
That's a little fishy.
But hold on. He had deals with 2 other teams. And then
I'm aware
Stanton,
one of them was mine.
Stanton turned it down. So he did, that was like his 4th option.
Stanton's a real piece of work.
Well, I mean, they're going to be eating that
I
contract.
want to play for one of the best teams. I make $30 million a year, and I want to play
You
for
wouldn't wanna do
only
that,
one of the
dude?
top 4 teams.
You wouldn't want to do that?
I would, but I wouldn't expect it.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't think, dude, when you're getting paid like that, you just were like an MVP. You just had all these home runs. You're not like, I'll go wherever they want me to go. I'll go wherever they want me to go.
the ref is back.
I can't think of a name for this guy.
I mean, it's crazy. Dude, back to Gruden. I'm excited. Everything about him relies on whether he is going to get his offensive coordinator makes him or breaks him.
Yeah. But we need major work on defense as well.
Dude, yeah.
I mean,
100%, but if you're not
the,
scoring 30 points a game with this fucking quarterback
I know.
and these guys, and you're
Amari
like,
Cooper. I mean,
what happened?
Oh my God.
What
a
happened, dude?
I had him on my fantasy team. He killed he's torched my fantasy.
killed me the
Him
year
and Matt
before. I
Ryan
dropped
just screwed me really good.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you gotta because he can do it. You've seen it, so it has to be something with the coaching. I mean, I gotta believe that. They're
Well,
just
wasn't
not.
there something that him, Derek Carr, and
Crabtree?
and Gruden didn't get along? Like there was already some talk about that. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but look
No,
at
I
the
didn't
Patriots.
hear
Patriots,
anything.
everybody hates each other, and they do nothing but win.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah, man.
that shouldn't be an excuse. I just think it's coaching.
I mean, speaking of that, do you guys think it's going to be Patriots-Vikings? Super Bowl?
I think the Patriots are locked in, but I'm not sure about the NFC.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Because I think the Falcons are on a mission right now, dude.
Dude,
They
it could
could
be
go
them.
on the
they're
road.
gonna beat the Eagles. They're
They can
gonna
beat the
Eagles.
Eagles. They got
Nick
so
Foles
lucky
shit the
with
bed.
that.
And I think Minnesota, can't rule out Drew Brees, dude, and the Saints, though.
And they got a decent defense,
And
and
they
they
got a
got
decent-
That's
two
who I
running
think the Saints
backs.
are gonna.
Because here's the thing. We don't know what, I call him Casey Kasem. But anyway, Casey
I do
Kasem.
too,
does,
dude.
too.
I do too.
He does it
I do
accidentally.
too.
Though.
So we don't know if Casey Kasem's gonna, what he's gonna be
I'm
like
Casey
in
Kasem.
Kasem.
Let's run the Vikings offense.
I think they can. I think.
Now it's time for my long distance.
Hey, here's a
pass.
question. When
Now
Minnesota's,
it's 4th and 12.
would Minnesota? Are they allowed to?
Are you
keep-
old enough to know Casey Kasem?
I know who Casey
Oh,
Kasem
okay,
is.
okay.
Are they
I don't
allowed
know
to?
anything else you guys are talking about. But I know who Casey
Okay.
Kasem
Is Minnesota allowed to keep the roof open? Because I'm sure they would want to with Atlanta coming in, right? Are they allowed to keep the roof open?
I think they have to
I don't
tell
know how that
them like the
works.
day before. I think there's like a
To
certain
keep it
time-
cold, you think it's better for
Yeah.
them?
Oh yeah.
But
against Atlanta?
but if they're not used to it on a see when they had to me the Vikings gave up years ago when they got that first dome, they gave up home field advantage. If you're in a cold environment, that's why Green Bay's never going to put a dome up.
Yeah, but dude,
It's home field.
do you want to sit in the cold? I mean, I get that. I get
All those
that.
people are used to it.
Oh,
but it
dude.
makes these players think about it. A dome team like the Falcons come in and it's open and it's 18 degrees, 15, whatever it is, and you're normally playing in that, that's a huge, huge advantage.
No, that is Green Bay.
But do they do that during the season? Do they leave it cold while they're playing at home? Or
they could do that. I mean,
I think they have a number that like if it's below this, they usually
can't.
Well, I don't know if they can't, but I just think it's like a policy, you know. I'm not sure. I'm trying to look that
because
up now.
I just was reading where they're saying, let's just say they run it. Let's just say Minnesota ends up. It's a home field game for them. It's a home game. But then they're going, but is it? Are they allowed
That's
to?
That's where the Super Bowl is.
Yeah,
by the way.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So they could end up the first team at their own stadium, and they're like, is it a home game though? Because can they
during the
crank
Super Bowl?
During the Super Bowl,
no,
they
can't.
To crank the horn and do all that.
They're not allowed. They can crank the horn.
They can.
No, I think that's a neutral. I think that's a neutral game.
And by the way,
at that point, the NFL takes over the stadium. They make the policies.
Correct.
But up until that moment, when you're taking on,
no, without a doubt. Also, I didn't even know this, but the NFL had already appointed the AFC is home team with the jerseys. So AFC's home. So that's going to be weird already if Minnesota's in their own home stadium and they're not the home team.
You know what's so interesting? They always talk, wouldn't it be crazy if you were like Super Bowl in your own dome? Those tickets are all given away, dude.
Yeah,
it is
totally
almost
different.
Impossible to get a ticket for the Super Bowl.
They said it probably 30% of the Viking fans will be in there. Yeah. The other 70% would just be, everybody that's, like you said, sponsors. And
I was talking to Tebow, like, as a city, if you were like in the back of your head, do you, as a city, as a mayor, as all that, you probably like, oh yeah, we love that the Vikings in the Super Bowl. No, don't. But money-wise, do you make more money with another team bringing in all their fans, than you having just the regular?
Because the regulars, the season ticket holders are going to be bitching and moaning about the prices and. Why don't I've been a season ticket holder for 30 years? Why wouldn't I get a better deal? There's going to be issues with that.
Georgia had home field. Like, do they play in that dome, Johnny? Do they play in that dome?
What? I'm sorry.
The Georgia Bulldogs?
That's not their. Isn't that the Atlanta?
No, they play in Athens. They play. They play at. I can't remember the name of the stadium, but it's got like.
Was that the Falcons? That's a Falcons stadium,
right?
Yeah.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium or whatever. Yeah.
So fucking nuts. Dude.
I don't think even. You know what? I don't think they actually have it. I don't think they can retract it for Minnesota. It was. I think they wanted to, and I'm reading here that maybe they couldn't afford it or something.
Yeah, I was just there, and it didn't seem like it was retractable. I know they can fully open the front and back of the stadium where the concourses are.
Yeah,
that's
on a nice day.
You were just there.
I was just in
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Yeah, they could make
December,
it cold, but they
are you
don't
a Vikings fan?
No.
Oh,
it's the ends.
I'm a Prince fan. That's why I went.
But if they opened that, it would be cold inside, right?
I love Prince. Why were you? Why, if you don't mind, I don't mean to jump off music and whatever, but
I don't know if you know
this,
but there's no
you can tour Paisley Park.
None at all.
Yeah. Okay. So you got to go to.
Yeah.
You went to Paisley.
It's great.
That's awesome, man.
It's great.
That's definitely something I want to do, man.
Yeah, highly recommended.
Paisley Park, dude. Prince's mansion, which is
Lair.
now like
museum.
Yeah, but what's his? It's like Graceland.
Yeah.
Basically, they've changed. They've taken
Except
his.
Prince's. Well, yeah. Elvis is buried at Graceland. Prince is in Paisley Park. His ashes.
Did you do some Propanol while you were there in honor of them?
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl. Okay.
Yeah, fentanyl,
I respect that.
Propofol was Michael
drugs
Jackson.
wrong.
Yeah, dude, I'm on mission to pronounce no name correctly in 2008.
I'm glad. See, I always think I always do shit like that, man. I throw out something and then people are like, "That's not what they call it."
Dude, yesterday we did something on George Soros on my podcast. I literally could not get anyone's name right, but I tell people I flunked first grade, so I'm trying to do the best I can.
Oh, you have to repeat?
They always correct me, and then I say the correct thing. And
no, you have to repeat first grade.
Yeah.
You have to do it again?
Wait,
Yeah.
I flunked kindergarten. That's even worse.
Yeah, that is worse.
Yeah.
This is interesting because I remember the kids that was brutal on kids back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where how it was for you guys, but I remember the kids
that
got held back, and then we came back the next year, and they were great behind us. I mean, they were tormented like crazy.
Yeah.
Is that how it was?
My whole problem was anxiety, but it was before they diagnosed kids
right.
with anxiety.
Yeah.
Like now it's like they would just give me pills.
My whole thing
But it
is-
was like she won't talk to anyone. She has no friends, so we're gonna hold her back. Like she needs
that
to learn
was
how to.
it?
Yeah, like she needs to learn how to talk to kids. She just wants to work by herself. So I had to do it again.
And that's kind of who you are because you know what's
yes,
so
I
funny?
never changed. It never helped.
Yeah, you've said this is the most you've said the entire time we've
That's
been
what she
sitting
does.
here.
She talks during UFC. Everything else. She
Well,
just
so
sits
when you
there.
get held back, what year did you get held back?
Kindergarten.
So do you do all the same shit again next year?
Yes,
Yeah.
same teacher, everything.
Can I just
Oh,
say
yeah,
something?
Yes. Same
I'm the
desk.
worst speller in the world. I'm the worst speller. I got brought back for first grade. I got one word wrong in spelling the whole year because I knew everything because we had already done it again. The problem with me is like, it's like boys aren't meant to sit in desks. We're not meant as
boys.
As our DNA,
women
we're
are.
wired. We're meant to
Be
go
running
and
all over the
wander
place. Yeah.
and fucking explore. Girls sit down, dude. So it's like I was just a person who never wanted to sit down.
Okay.
I could so
Women
see
sit down.
you like that, dude. You must have been a
Guys,
lot.
You obviously
a
missed
lot
the
of
Golden
great
Globe.
stuff's coming on.
By
all
the
these
way,
bets,
the-
all this stuff. Guys, go to BetDSI, BetDSI for all your bet needs. They've been with us for 5 years. We're so thankful. We're renewing with them. They're kind enough to do us. BetDSI, you go to BetDSI, use the promo code PUNCH25, and you get $25 betting cash. And anything you deposit in, they will double that. Put $1,000, get $2,000. So it's all good. We love them, and we're thankful that they're part of us. They actually are going to, once our website is up, which Johnny says it is almost done. What do you
He
put?
does say that.
Okay. Johnny, is it close?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give us a time that we think we're gonna put up?
There are little things I'm still working on, man. It's we'll talk about it after the show.
Can we be?
Let's just
can
stop
we
telling
talk-
people it's almost done.
secretive.
Though.
But
It's like
can-
it could be done. It could be published right
Well,
now. but-
now that you put me on Suck Street, we're gonna bring it up all the fucking time.
Okay.
So go there. We're gonna start doing fun videos with them. We're gonna be doing some Twitch video game stuff. So maybe we'll get Fight Nanny all in a bikini, pregnant, playing video games to get that weirdness going, dog. Gotta get those weird bucks, homeboy. When that baby's sitting right there playing fucking World of Warcraft as Creepoids watch. Oh hell yeah, dog.
Boys.
No, it's Punch 25, you fuck. There we go. So thank you guys for doing that. And
Oh, and can we start a campaign? Sam as ref. Sam for ref.
yeah, we're going. Dude, I'll fucking do it.
I want you to do it,
Okay,
dude.
By the way, I tried to sign up with the email address Sam Tripoli sucks. Already taken.
Hilarious.
Well, that hurt. Thank you. Thank you. Now, are you, and we're going to get in some UFC because some great shit's
No,
coming
I want to
up.
hear some UFC stuff too.
You want to do that or basketball? What do you want to
Hey,
talk
can I
about?
real
UFC.
quick? Can we just real quick? The Minnesota, they have to give them 90 minutes before they decide whether
Okay.
to open the doors. So there you go.
Oh,
so
really?
They can't
Yeah.
open the stadium.
90 minutes.
Just the doors.
The doors, yeah, the
Still
big
just the
doors.
front
Oh,
So
the
it
door.
will be cold though, if they did that.
Man.
I don't think they're going to do that. They want their players comfortable. They don't do that all season.
Yeah, dude. Who wants to pay $200 to freeze your balls
I don't think they're
off?
going to do it.
No,
man.
I don't think the fans would care, but
I
Yeah.
think. Do you think the Green Bay Packers will ever get a new stadium?
no.
No, man. It's too. It's. I feel like that.
Do you like? I love Dodger Stadium. I would love for them to do a couple revamps on it, like
Yeah, that's.
some
I
more
mean, I think-
comfortable seats.
I think they would do that in Lambeau. Just
I'm tired of sitting in
facelift.
1950s.
Well, I
seats.
wouldn't. You know what changed my whole perspective on this was when with Yankee Stadium. What happened there? Like I never thought they'd abandon that place. Like not in a million years.
That was. There's a lot of fuck ups in the world. That has to be one of the biggest fuck ups in the world. To destroy
Man.
a house with the most history in baseball,
Yeah.
only to build a stadium exactly like it with less seats is the dumbest thing I've
Crazy.
ever. You are smarter to go through there and just revamp the whole thing.
Do a facelift on it. Yeah.
I can't believe anyone let that happen.
yeah, same.
I'm
They
with
have
you.
plenty of money. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
It's
They're
so
fine.
dumb, dude. That is history. There's
I
no
know, dude.
more history than Yankee Stadium. I cried.
That would be like them doing
I was
that
there.
in
You were there when they knocked it
Boston
down?
and
Yeah.
in,
I was at the last series.
and Fenway.
You travel
Yeah.
a lot.
Exactly. Or Lambeau, like we were talking about.
Yeah,
Like,
or Lambeau. I mean, you just why would you? It's just that's why
The only
I
problem
think,
I have with Lambeau Field is that there's not any like boxes for people because that's how teams stay competitive to sell those to make revenue to pay for players and all that stuff. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, but look at they tried the LA Leap, who was it? The Chargers or was it the? No, it had to be. They had some box seats there, and it looks weird to try to do a leap into the stands and people.
All
in
I know is
box
this new stadium
having wine
that the Rams are going to play in and is going to be gorgeous, dude.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to stick with the Raiders? Or are you going to go to Rams? Oh, okay.
I'm Rams to the. I'm Raiders to the day I die.
Yeah,
but I have a second tier team, which is Bills, because that's my family. They're all from there.
Okay.
And then I would like the Rams to do well.
Yeah.
You know, but I'll always be Raiders.
And you don't have an issue with them leaving the state. You're not originally from California, right?
Do I have a problem with them living?
My issue is I'm born and raised in California, and I only ever support California teams. So my issue that I'm battling with is when the Raiders do, and I've been a Raider fan since I was 8.
Nevada is basically California, dude.
I know, dude, but it's
And
not
listen,
California.
Dude. And listen, dude.
For me,
I'm with you.
That
for
team
me.
should
Like the
be
Hornets
in
were
LA.
dead to me when they went to New Orleans. It was over.
That's what it's hard, dude, for people that. Where are you from originally?
I'm upstate New York.
Yeah, see, you're not.
But I've loved the Raiders since like Marcus Allen and all that shit.
Yeah, and I love the Raiders since Kenny Stabler and
what?
And
No, I mean, what a coincidence. One of their greatest players was there, and you liked them. So you just saw him on TV? Is that how that worked? And you were like,
Dude,
I like the
since
Al
I
Davis
was young,
attitude, like that whole
I've
thing?
always rooted for the bad guys. Like,
yeah,
I'm
I
from
love them. That
Syracuse area. Don't like the Orangeman basketball team. Love the Georgetown Hoyas. When big, sweaty, fucking Patrick Ewing came in, fucking dude, and that whole team of just fucking bad dudes, and they would be boo. I remember watching them coming in, people booing, and I'm like, I love that. Like, it to the point where it affected my stand-up, where I just love to come in and piss everybody off, and then build, and then at the
dig
end
the
of
hole.
I used to love digging holes. Unfortunately, comedy clubs don't like that. But
no, they don't
above
like
that,
us digging holes. No.
You know, above that, I used to fucking love it, dude.
Yeah.
So I've always loved the bad guys, and then I used to watch the bad Raiders, man, just talk mad shit to everybody, dude.
Right.
We're gonna do your calls in about 15 minutes. We'll start taking calls. So I'm cool with the Raiders. I went to college in Vegas. I often think about.
Oh, okay, she'll be good for
I often think about the only thing that keeps me in LA is the Comedy Store. I love the store.
Yeah,
it's like
you
my
never
house.
have that. Yeah, exactly. You
my
wouldn't
house.
have that over there. Well, you got Tampa, and you've got.
But if I
you've
moved
got
anywhere,
Vegas.
I moved to Vegas. I would buy a bunch of houses, then come into town on Monday and Tuesdays to do this stuff here, and then go back if I want to.
Oh,
Dude,
so you'd still commute to LA for?
It's only like 4
Dude.
hours. I love that drive. I love that.
I hate the drive, but
I've done that before.
I love that
but Vegas is right, and you can still get involved with any type of industry stuff as well, even if you were to, other
I mean,
options.
like I'm dude. I really don't care to go on auditions ever again.
Those are so brutal.
I have no. It's like I don't look like anything. I mean, like casting directors. They love stereotypes. Sassy black chick. I ain't playing no games,
Yeah.
Like fucking asshole jock blonde guy. Hey, dude, nerd. They
well,
love
how do you
that.
think, dude? Every
valet,
Indian
7-Eleven
What
guy.
about ref? Referee.
valet, gardener. It's either valet, dishwasher, gardener.
Yeah.
Or gang, and they don't even go in for gangbangers anymore because they have real gangbangers acting.
Yeah.
The retired gangbangers are now going in and
Dog, I don't do that shit
I
no
don't-
more.
Yeah, I don't.
Come see me do Shakespeare in the fucking park.
Shakespeare.
Because they see Shakespeare.
Come watch me do Shakespeare, bro, in the park.
Fucking bunch of George Perez.
Plus, we're gonna have a family reunion at the park, like right after. Anyway,
I love Mexicans though, dude. I love them.
everybody loves Mexicans.
I do. I love them. They're such
Aren't they the greatest audience though? To
Mexican crowds,
perform-
especially Mexican chicks, are the only thing keeping rock alive in LA. If you go to a rock concert, there are no white chicks. It's only hot Mexican chicks.
Mexicans, yeah.
White girls just want to drop Molly and go listen to a DJ press fucking a cash register.
They just go to Coachella.
And they're like, oh, God, this is so awesome.
What was the scene
Mexicans
like
are
at
I love Satan!
You went to the K-Rock show, right, for Christmas? What was the scene like there? Was it?
It was fucking great.
Did you go to the Morrissey night or the other night? That's
I went to the fucking Real Deal night.
I can't wait.
Not the
No Morrissey.
oh, I cry while I have sex
So
night,
no Morrissey.
which is
Okay.
night 2. Fuck Morrissey. I can't stand that motherfucker. I went to fucking Prophets of Rage. If
Oh,
you ever
shit.
get a chance to see a
Damn.
band live,
Yeah.
Prophets
They're
of
so
Rage
fun.
will light you the fuck up, man.
Yeah.
Now, Rage Against the Machine was also playing, right?
No,
were they
no,
not?
they
Okay.
were part of Prophets of Rage.
Yeah, they're.
It's all the members.
It's the members without Zach.
But I
Yeah.
thought they were doing like a Okay, so they didn't do like a separate set.
No,
It's
no,
just-
no, dude.
okay.
They did. Dude,
They
just
play the
imagine-
Rage songs. They just have a different
Just
singer.
imagine all the best of Cypress Hill,
Hill.
all the best of Public Enemy,
Yep.
all the best of Rage,
Rage.
and you're just
It's
like
so
getting rocked.
fun.
Dude.
So then this band comes up, Rise Against, and dude, I was saying this on the show before. It is like watching a comic follow Joey Diaz in the OR for the first time. And you're like, what's going on? What is it? No? Hello? These are funny. Why aren't you guys laughing? You know?
Yeah.
And dude, just this guy's like, we would watch him, and dude, he's sweating, and he's going, "What's going?" Like, are you guys?
why
he
would
literally
they
goes,
put these
Are you
guys-
guys having fun? I mean,
Oh.
come on, guys, we're trying.
Yeah.
They put these guys after.
Someone had to follow them. Someone had
And then
to follow
was someone after Rise Against?
Yeah, then it was Queens of the Stone Age, and they had a
Oh.
weird, fun set, but they were
Was
weird.
it he weird and kicked a photographer in the face?
Yeah, and he-
Oh, I saw that
Josh
on the
Allen, yeah.
news,
He's like,
dude.
fuck you guys, you on the count of 3 yell fuck you, and he's like, fuck you. He's like, doesn't that feel good? Then he kicks this
Yeah.
like they had these weird
Here it is.
just these
Yeah, here it is.
Now
Yeah.
he says he didn't mean to. Like he just was just kicking shit, and he kicked somebody.
I think he's I don't
Right here.
yeah, dude,
Here it
I
goes.
don't think he
like right there.
Oh,
But I
yeah,
think
but dude, I don't think he looked down and go, oh, it's a chick. He saw a camera and kicked the camera, and he dude, he
do
was,
you think that? What do you think? Was he like that because they weren't having a great set, or were they having a great set? Was their show killer or not?
Here's the
Did-
thing about
did,
them.
Did
They
Rage
didn't play any
like,
of the classics. Like, they didn't go up there and go, they were doing their new album, and I don't know if everyone knows the album, so the energy wasn't
the
fucking
new album
crazy.
Yeah.
thing, man, is always crazy to me.
Well, dude,
Especially,
it's like, did you go see Guns N' Roses? Like, we don't need any Chinese democracy, dog. Okay?
There was a-
Keep
there was
that
a time
Link-
we would have begged for it, but-
Listen, I love Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit. Keep that fucking rap rock shit out especially when you're going to the end of the show and you're building up to a fucking train. You know, I
Yeah.
want that. I don't want like, you know, right in the middle of my fucking show. Go fuck yourself, dog. And then, dude, you know who I got a whole new respect for? And it sounds crazy. 30 Seconds from Mars, man. You're like, oh God, why are
Jared
these
Leto.
fuckheads
Jared-
on this fucking show?
Yeah.
And he fucking killed.
did he really?
He killed. And it's like, you know what he is? You know what 30 Seconds from Mars is? It is the Chris D'Elia of rock. And you're like, and I mean that in all love and all respect, where it's like, this dude's just having fun. He's not up there trying to say anything
Right.
or be the great. He's just like, he looks like gay Jesus. This literally looks like gay Jesus. And he is up there just having a good time. I'm like, you know what? I respect
That's
the fuck out of that.
interesting.
It's
They
my
have a
feeling on Chris
massive,
D'Elia.
massive fan base. By the way, they have this thing called Camp Mars in Malibu every year, and people pay like $1,000
What?
to go hang out with the band.
Look at the
like
tree hugging
hundreds,
package.
hundreds and hundreds of people, maybe even
It's
thousands. I don't-
sold out.
That's the
Sold
cheapest
out.
one. Yeah, they're all sold out.
They're all sold out.
What
and they,
is this?
it's just people who like 30 Seconds to Mars, and they
Dude,
go hang out. They go hang out in Malibu.
$1,700?
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
dude.
insane.
And look at
Ari
that.
just paid.
Wolf
If you're a
package.
chick, if you're
Look
a
at it.
chick,
It keeps
You
going.
guys.
It's still going.
Crazy.
think
They're
about
all
this.
sold out.
How did you know about this?
Because I knew someone who used to work.
Let me tell you something,
work
dude.
there.
Ari
Well, the day
Shaffir-
pass is $3.99. The rabbit day pass.
Listen,
It's
dude.
insanity.
Ari Shaffir, we just guesstimate spent $20, 20,000 about on a fucking one game,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If you're a chick, this is your fucking national
This is your national championship.
Why not?
Look though, they're older. Wait, these are the
Can't
people.
be right.
No,
Dude,
Let's see,
that
hold
was
on.
rude.
that's the.
That was rude.
Here, this is them.
Oh, that-
though. This is them at Camp Mars. This is how
It's just a
Jared Leto walks
weekend?
around in this
Yeah, dude.
tie-dye jumper.
Hey, man, is there
Yeah,
anyone
it's a weekend, yeah.
killing it in life more than Jared Leto? Anybody? I mean, like A-list actor,
Yeah.
Oscar award
I would
winner.
say probably James Franco, but if he gets in a band, then
He's not
James
in a
Franco-
band.
I know. Yeah.
Dude, I
Yet.
mean, this guy
Yet.
is what?
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yet.
But
I see him getting
You know,
it.
people want to player hate because he's a good-looking dude and all that shit. But I watch him like, dude, that guy is just having fun. Now,
he's
is
having
it
a
my
blast.
favorite? Kind
Look at
of
him
music?
hugging that tree. Look at that picture of him
Dude,
hugging
that guy
that.
loves fucking trees. Dude.
That's- I do too.
Did you guys hear about the
love
dude
trees.
who snorted smoked wasp nest spray? He smoked it, went nuts, and they found him naked in the forest, just humping trees and shit.
Why do people try these things?
No, dude,
Boredom.
because people are bored. As a species, we are bored. We are bored.
drugs aren't good enough?
No, I'm like, dude, what's wrong with crack and meth? Like your parents, that's it, dude. Look at that. No, is that him? No.
Man cuts his own throat.
No, maybe. Yeah.
Smoke bomb.
He cuts his throat after smoking.
Oh, it's a mixture of meth and bug spray, dude. It's called Wasp.
Oh my.
It's meth.
Why would you do that?
Tennessee man cuts his own throat in front of mother, 4 kids while on dangerous drugs. So it's some kind of bug spray and meth that you, because meth is not enough.
Kind of like bath
Come
salts.
from a guy who
Remember the bath salt stuff
used
was
to
going
party a
around?
lot. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Just what meth isn't
Meth
good enough?
isn't
You
enough,
gotta
yeah.
add wasp spray to that fucker.
Ugh.
Can smoke a little crack.
Yeah.
If your dad smoked crack, your grandpa smoked crack,
yeah.
smoke some crack.
A mixture of meth and bug spray.
People are
Wow.
bored.
Man.
They're
Never
just
never
bored.
do a drug with a name that shares its name with a bad metal band.
Yeah. Wasp.
Remember them, dude?
Oh, dude, you want to go? Dude, okay.
Not parking passes are $99.
I can't even get a fucking kickoff party pass at this point.
No, it's all sold out.
I can't get
That's
it.
just for, you only get to go there for like 4 hours with the kickoff.
You don't
party.
even get a
Yeah.
dude. You don't.
Get
You
outta
can't
here.
even get a parking pass.
Shoo. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
You do get a photo with the band though. Those are the activities.
Okay,
You get
well,
a merch bag.
Can we do that on Punch
Hiking,
Drunk?
yoga.
They tell ghost
meditation.
stories.
This is like a wellness retreat.
That's what it is, exactly. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this isn't like
This
a.
is rehab.
Oh, it's like hiking, yoga, meditation,
Yeah.
archery.
It's kind of
No, I'm in on
culty.
the archery. I'm in on the archery.
You are? You
I
big
would
archer?
love to. I want to. I'd like to get back into like
Oh, what?
shooting arrows.
You used to do it?
As a kid, I did, and I always loved it. And you know where they do it? They do it in Pasadena. It's free.
Yeah.
And then they do one in right by Balboa Park in Encino.
Okay.
And you just show up in the morning. It's none of the compound bows.
Right.
It's old. It's just regular bows.
You're a man of the fucking of the
Long
earth,
bows, yeah.
right? You like to do it.
I mean, I'm not a
Native Amer-
hiker. I don't go camping that often and all that, but I love going
Do
up.
Mexicans camp a lot? Are they like, hey, get the fuck
They
in?
do. Mexicans do camp a lot.
Really?
Yes. They love camping. It's they go up, they pitch the tents. It's 4 cases of bud, and they just get wasted and they eat carnitas at
Mexicans.
night.
It's like a good time.
So much, dude.
So my uncles used to
I
do it
love
all the
Mexicans
time, dude.
so
I used to go
much,
camping
dude.
with my uncles. It was
I
the
can't
best.
like them enough.
Drinking from the morning all the way to they pass out, and then the next day just start again.
And then they look like Bert Kreischer the next day.
Oh my God!
National
Yeah, Bert was
championship.
looking a little rough, wasn't he?
Go to the UFC. Let's get Fight Nanny interested in some stuff.
Yeah,
I feel betrayed. I thought you really didn't like sports, and you know every sport.
No, you know what? I'm not. I'm not a stats guy.
You said every name. You're blowing my mind. I was like, you're just one of them.
Oh, really? Like, but I don't. I know no. Like UFC, I only
This is
watch.
an
I'm not
interesting
going to know
fight.
any names.
Go back to that one.
This is
an-
fight night.
She
This
feels
is actually
betrayed.
an interesting fight night, dude.
I was excited. I was like, yay, there's someone else.
This is an interesting fight night, dude. I mean, this guy Choi, dude. So I think he's South Korean, right?
This is on a Sunday.
Yeah,
That's
why
correct.
is it on a
I
Sunday?
finally get to watch something. I'm always gigging on the weekends, dude. I
Oh,
never
we get
to
it. You
see.
work a lot. We get it. Okay.
Oh, really?
Is that MLK Day Monday?
He's
Is it MLK Day?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
probably.
Okay, you
'cause of
don't
the
get
holiday.
you don't get a fucking birthday.
Says the.
and
By
a
the way,
month,
can I just say
dog.
that? Says the guy who's getting like 8 spots a week at
And
the
a
store.
month.
I know. I'm down to 2. I'm down to 2.
Okay.
But I'm okay with that because you know what, man. You know what? I've gotten to a place right now where this whole thing where it's like, oh, I used to have to go up multiple times every night.
Yeah, no, I know.
I
After a
just
while,
don't
you don't
think
need to. No, you don't.
I
need
want
to
to
do it.
work on new shit. I'm starting this new room just for new shit. That's it.
And here's the thing with working out. Sometimes you get there, and then somebody who's running the room goes, I'll go like this. Hey, man, I'm just doing 7. Because I'm really legitimately just working on this 7, even though it's gonna eat shit. I'm gonna eat a dick, right?
So, are you working on some new jokes, some movement, like, you know, because we were talking about when we were so
used to
young,
do
we were both
physical,
very physical,
very physical.
really physical comics.
Yeah.
And like we are not anymore. Like
my
if
God,
I could
dude.
slump on a chair,
I know.
and
I've
just
even
sit
started
there-
thinking about, should I start sitting on the stool and just really bring? But anyway, but then here's what they do. They'll go like this. No, man, I want you to do like 15-20. And I'll go, if I do 15-20, I'm going to end up just going into my shit.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to work on the new shit. I think that being that strict on yourself about going, I'll go up and do 7, and it's 7, which people don't understand. 5 to 7 of new shit is a long fucking time.
Yeah. Well, my problem is I've talked about everything. like what I used to talk about a lot. I don't really like. I used to talk about banging chicks, and I just want to sleep. That's all
So you talk about wanting to sleep.
I do, dude. I mean, I'm gonna get into this whole thing about when you turn 40, how your body throws a coup on your dictator. Because when you were young, the dictator is like, we must get pussed, and that's all you do all day is hunt.
Marching. Yes,
you're trying to get, and then at some point, your body's like, enough of this tyranny, and it just like overthrows, and now it's become socialist, and we're like, hey, we can go get pussed, or we can just go to sleep, dude, sleep, and everyone's like, yay, sleep.
That's funny.
It's kind of like the 30 Seconds from Mars crowd. They're like, yay, sleep, right? So this fight's coming up. It is this Sunday night. There's a lot of great shit. There's a lot of great fight. This guy Choi, who's fighting Jeremy Stevens, he asked for a title shot before he has to go do his mandatory military stuff, which means you will not get a title shot because they don't want to give you a title and then you disappear.
Then you can't defend it.
So he shouldn't have said that.
And he's from where? What's his deal?
He's
Choi.
from Korea.
Choice from South Korea.
He is from Korea.
That's correct.
Remember Jonathan got 6-bit? Man, we got this Chinese kid. He's from Korea. He can hit. Do you remember that?
He's called the Korean Superboy. What is there a Superboy? Is that a thing?
I don't. Well, I mean, like he is a he is.
He's
he
the
looks
Korean
like 12.
Superboy.
He is Superboy. It's always weird when they do like I'm a kid nickname, and then they grow up and they have to change it.
How about this guy? What did he do wrong, by the way?
He's like, I only am photographed in black and white. Do not.
Well,
because
he's a time traveler. And he's from 1945.
It's like he lost in Mortal Kombat or something. It's like
he comes up like he fights like. You want some of this? Huh?
I mean, they have the whole photo though of him. Like, so
like
obviously they did the photo shoot. They just have him in black and white. That's weird.
There's a couple good fights here. The Hall fight looks interesting.
Yeah.
Belfort needs to stop, though.
He needs to. I mean, Uriah Hall is an example, and this can apply to anything in life, how you can have all the skills in the world and be mentally shish kebabbed, and you just can't go next level. This guy should be a world champion. He has every skill in the world. The only skill he does not have, in a weird way, he's like a LeBron James in that he has all the skill in the world. Mentally, he does not have the killer instinct.
We're talking about Belfort?
I'm talking about Uriah Hall.
Oh, Uriah.
Belfort is a all-time great.
Can we see Belfort's dick tip there? What's going on?
Yeah. There's
yeah. Well, we know what you're looking
little
for.
arrow.
Oh, that's me. Yeah.
And
that was you.
Yeah.
And then we have Uriah. We have Van Zant, Paige Van Zant, which I'm a fan of her heart. I think they pushed her too hard.
Yeah, definitely.
And I love her heart because she'll get in there and bang, dog. You know, she's not afraid. And then you have Usman versus Meeks. Usman's going to be a great fighter, dude. He's got a killer instinct. He's not afraid, dude. I'm excited about this. Now, can you go to the UFC at the end of the year, at the end of the month? That's a crazy fight,
the Stipe one?
Oh.
Ngannou? Yeah.
Oh.
Just a second.
Can I ask you guys, do you guys think Stipe is a little nervous?
He has to be.
I see, he's like, he is valley intimidated, and Stipe's like, yeah, whatever he says. You know,
I listened to him on Rogan, and he was like, I'm not scared of him. He's like, if I was scared of him, then he's like, I think I would lose to everyone. Everyone's a good fighter. He's very nonchalant about it.
Okay, Francis Ngannou
You did that one right.
is number one on my big board of chicks I don't want to guys I don't want to walk in fucking my girlfriend. It's number one dude.
All right, that guy I've seen. See, I know none of their names. I just watch every now and then, and I know I've seen him.
Well, the UFC has done an incredibly horrible job of marketing Stipe.
Yeah, I love him.
Terrible job.
He's such a good person.
He's still a fireman.
Stipe.
Yeah.
You should be pushing that.
Yeah.
Like, the guy still has a day job.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a full-time firefighter.
Yeah. And he fucking, it's unbelievable that
And
nobody
this is
knows.
A title fight.
No,
Yeah,
this
and
is
he's
a
been the
huge
champ of
title
few
fight,
fights.
dude. Huge.
And he's still working.
Yeah, because he needs money, too. That's how bad they pay.
Oh, and these guys are this is way more brutal than most boxing matches in the last decade.
Well, the
okay?
difference between UFC and boxing is obviously you could use everything, do everything.
Yeah.
But when you're down in the UFC. It's not like get back up, count to 10, and then throw you back in where more damage is getting done.
Yeah.
This is like you get knocked out and it's a flash knock and you can come right back, they'll stop it.
Yeah, right.
You know?
But yeah, of course. It's still, to me,
Yeah,
Just
it's
because those
brutal.
little fucking gloves, dude.
Brutal.
Like,
Brutal.
I mean,
that's why everyone's like, yeah, Mayweather's thinking about coming in. No, he's not.
no way.
No, he's not, dude.
He would that'd be a disaster.
He would get taken down,
In
dude.
a boxing match, Francis, if he took on any of the champs, would get lit up. But if they did a real, like, anything goes,
Anything goes.
these guys, all these heavyweight champs of boxing would not go one fucking round with that guy. There would be one leg kick, and they would be like, what the fuck did I just get
Those
into?
leg kicks, man.
But there are some guys. You know, they use that same excuse after McGregor got his ass kicked by Mayweather. But if Mayweather trained in MMA his entire life, I have no doubt that he would kick.
But he
McGregor.
hasn't.
How about this
What's
question?
the point of saying it, though? You know what I'm saying?
How about this?
Because what hold on. Because these boxers keep talking mad shit. Like they'd fuck these dudes up. And it's like you are literally going it's like taking a professional bowler and putting him against somebody who uses bumpers. And you're like, who's gonna bowl better? You're limiting his
It's
skill
not even the
set.
same game.
It is.
No, but
dude.
it's not like bowling. It's a
Dude,
different
he
game
would
altogether.
Fuck those dudes, Anthony Johnson up if they allowed him to do MMA and any rules go. He would fuck Anthony Johnson.
Yeah, and let me
up.
see Deontay Wilder training MMA for a couple of years.
But they
and then watch it.
didn't.
Yeah,
Do you
but
understand?
that's exactly my point, though. No boxers should be talking shit to MMA guys. No MMA guys should be talking shit
I
to
totally
boxers.
disagree. That I think MMA guys are going, hey, dude, I'd fuck you up in a straight up fight. In a straight up
Yeah,
fight,
but
I'd fuck you up.
That's not the. I mean, that's just. That's
I
not
know
the,
you love boxing, but in a straight up
a
fight, that dude
different
would
sport,
fuck
though.
him up.
If
Fuck him up.
yeah, if the guy wasn't allowed to train for a couple of years and learn the game, but
We're talking right now in a fight. Two dudes.
yeah, but
meet
I don't
in an
think
alley.
any boxer is
Oh,
saying
in
that
an alley.
I don't think any boxer is saying they'd win a street fight against
Well,
an MMA champion.
Dude, they talk it all the
I don't-
time.
I haven't
Do
seen
they
it. Who?
say
Danny
that?
Garcia's like, dude, I'll fuck Mayweather up in the boxing ring. Well, you're a tough dude because you're saying the boxing ring. Go in the octagon, dog. Show us how fucking tough you are. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. Is that you're talking
okay.
shit.
You just said the opposite, though, right?
Okay.
I'm talking about Mayweather. Anyway, all right, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Oh, these
okay.
guys are in black and white, too.
Next guy, too. The Cormier versus. Now, this dude is like, everyone's freaking out because he's getting a title shot and nobody really knows him that well. But this dude, he's kind of like a young Vitro Belfort in that he has like this dynamite in his fucking. Dude, he ends fights so quickly, just a pop, and guys go like, ooh, 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 and they just go right down. Cormier's got a fight on his hands. Fight Nanny, thoughts?
I actually don't know who Ozdemir is.
Yeah.
I don't think
He's
I've
got
ever
excellent
seen
posture.
him fight.
Dude, he's dude, I've watched him fight some real dudes and knocks him out. He knocks him out real quick,
How
dude.
do I not know who he is and he's number 2?
He's a fighter, dog. Can you click on him? Can they show who he's fought
15
before?
and 1, man. I mean, that's.
Looks a bit like a melting candle.
That must be a translation.
Like he
thing.
doesn't look like a light heavyweight, right? Like
Yeah.
he looks tiny.
Yeah.
His nickname must be a translation
I
thing.
bet
It's
when
no
they fight,
time.
their bodies are so different. DC's so big.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, he's knocked out
Oh,
some.
he's young.
Yeah.
He's only 26.
Yeah, that Jeremiah Monway, you know that guy, that
Yeah,
British dude?
I know him.
Big.
See, I know everyone he's fought.
Yeah. He's
So
knocked
maybe I
everybody.
did see those fights, but I just don't remember him.
He
He's only
beat-
fought 4 times in the UFC.
But look who he beat. Look at his first fight. I'm not gonna pretend to say
just
the
say
name.
OSP.
Yeah, OSP beat that dude.
That's what we call him.
Beat Manoir. He's beat some quality black athletes.
No,
This
those
guy,
are definitely all
This guy's
good.
a
But
white guy fighting quality
But
black
this is
athletes.
So
only
he's
his
only-
4th fight, and
Yeah.
he gets a title shot.
Because he's been knocking dudes.
And there's
dude,
no one in the division
look
that
at
Daniel
Anderson's-
hasn't beat.
Look at Anderson Silva. I mean, that guy.
Yeah.
He got a title fight after like what, 2 fights or 1 fight?
I like his summary is power, versatility, work ethic.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
It's like a job application.
I'm super excited for this fucking fight.
Yeah, I only care about those 2. That card's not that good other than that, right? Like, I don't.
When is this happening? When is this one?
The
this
end
is
of
at
the
the end of
month?
the
Oh,
month,
the
yeah.
end of the month.
We should have a viewing
The
party and
20th.
all hold
The
hands.
20th. Of course, it's a. That's
We
a
should do what day is it? If I'm
Saturday.
in town, I think I'm out of town, but if I'm in town, we should do a viewing party at Sycamore Tavern.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's do it.
Good
Let's
idea.
start
'Cause
doing
we haven't
viewing
watched
parties.
a fight together in a
Yeah,
long
let's
time.
do it because you don't want to hang out with us.
Yes, I do.
Never
I
wanna
don't want to
hang
hang
out
out with
with us.
anyone. That's why I got held back
Never
in
wanna fucking
kindergarten.
hang out with us, dude. Ever.
See where that started, dude. This is deep roots, man.
So, real quick, I want to ask our esteemed panel here: when does McGregor fight again? Does he fight again? Who does he fight? Fight Nanny. Thoughts?
I feel like he I don't. He drives me nuts. I hate talking about it.
You know what? She said it for me. I don't even like talking about the dude, bro. To be honest with you.
Why, bro?
It's like all he wants is you to talk about him, and it's like he doesn't do anything. He just talks shit. He acts like he's gonna fight, but he doesn't.
He's trying to be the modern day Ali with all the antics before and the throwing bottles of water and shit. I just can't with this guy anymore.
He trolls Ferguson and Khabib, and it's like I don't think you're gonna ever fight either one of them.
I'm really amazed he hasn't fight. And it just goes back to UFC's business model. They don't want to pay him out. They don't want to pay him out, dude.
But I think he doesn't want to fight those guys.
Oh,
you think he wants to fight Khabib?
Listen, there's a lot of things you can say about McGregor. One of them is not that he ducks people.
Then what's he doing right now? Why can't he fight
well,
right now?
I don't know. He just made $100 million, and they're like, hey, dude, here's $5 million to fight. He's like, what?
Yeah, he's not ducking. He's just, there's no money in it.
Yeah.
At this point.
But this is from today.
Yeah.
McGregor is back training, reveals coach John
Kavanaugh.
as he says he will push for UFC star to make a return this year. When? Though that's the whole thing.
This
When?
year.
Okay.
2018.
That's a long time. That's 11 and a half months. When's that gonna be? Just fight, dude. Fight. I think he's gonna fight. I think Khabib is a hard fight for him. Khabib is a hard fight. I think Ferguson's a much easier fight for him.
Yeah, I agree.
Khabib though.
I'd rather see Khabib and Ferguson fight though.
I'd like to see them both fight and the winner fights him.
Yeah, me too.
That's gonna be a good fight, dude. Khabib's got problems, man. He can't. It's hard for him to make that weight.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you have a good ground game and you're a superior striker, I think you can do some damage on this guy. Now Barboza is only a striker. I don't know how good his ground game is.
But Connor's ground game's not good.
I think Connor's got a good ground game, but maybe I'm wrong.
But that's his weakness out of all of it.
Yes.
So it's against Khabib, that's tough.
In the UFC, you have to be great at everything, world class at something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The days of being Chuck Liddell being like, I can do one punch, and those are done, dude.
Yeah.
You got to be able to be great at everything, world class at something.
Is it me? Does it seem like it's less on the ground now as it was? I feel like before.
The UFC's done that. They've encouraged striking.
Yeah, striking up on the yeah.
It's
Notice
like people boo when it's just wrestling.
And it's like, but there's. I mean, I was a wrestler, so I like to
learning so much fun stuff.
I know. What haven't you done?
Johnny Sanchez.
He
wants to do everything you've done.
You wrestled, you boxed.
I boxed, track and field.
Archery.
I did some archery.
Do you do some pottery?
No.
Ceramic horses?
No, I don't get into any of that shit.
Okay.
Do you ride horses?
I'm actually a little afraid of horses, to be honest with you.
When I stand dogs? Next to, they're like little horses.
I love dogs, dude.
Okay.
Love dogs. Don't you feel intimidated by a horse? You ever stand next to a horse,
horses.
dude?
I love animals.
My dad,
I do too.
I grew up with the horses. So.
They're just
he
so
hunts
big.
naked, so
yeah.
he's not afraid of anything.
Oh yeah, that's right.
In the woods.
They're very dangerous though. Yeah. They're incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would never go behind them. I mean, I knew a chick who wanted to blow a horse.
You kind of stopped talking about it. She sounded very intriguing.
Yeah, I don't know how we got off track on that one, dude. Because I really wanted
the girl that's too weird for Sam. We all want to hear about.
I want to get into.
See, you should have her rent your place in Tampa.
I respect that.
She does the gardening.
I could look up gardeners in San Diego. I bet you I can find her.
Pop up.
Go on, buddy.
Oh, I was gonna say I went to the LA Zoo this weekend, and I travel a lot.
You do.
And a zebra had the giantest fucking hard on out. It was
nice.
Like how long would you say? 2 feet?
Like my arm, and then like bigger than my fist at the
So
tip.
when you jerked
crazy.
it off, you had to use both hands?
I mean, somebody's mom did.
Yeah, good.
Like you might need a few people to get all your hands.
Yeah, everybody, teamwork. 1, 2.
There were a lot of kids going like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Yeah, really, what is that?"
So a zebra's vagina canal can handle that? It's the real problem. They can go all the way up to
and
here.
Horse mating can be. That's why they do artificial insemination, because it's so dangerous. They kick each other and bite each other. It's really
I'd
violent.
kick somebody and bite somebody that came
but,
at me
yeah,
with
but
that
I mean, they
cock,
could kill them with a kick.
Fight Nanny. Dropping knowledge.
Bite Nanny.
Bite Nanny. I like that. That's going to be the name of this episode.
Horses?
Bite Nanny.
Bite Nanny. I'll punch and bite.
I'll bite that fucking
I'll
zebra
bite that
dick.
thing.
Think about how big a horse is when it comes out, though. They must have a giant vagina.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love how you whisper that, like the yin yang twins.
I mean, I was just thinking about it. It's gross.
I want to get you guys' thoughts on Cyborg. So, Cyborg, I posted something about Cyborg being the GOAT, and it was so funny. This guy comments, she got busted for steroids. She's a cheater. She could never be this. And then I look at his like profile pic, and it's of the New England Patriots. I'm like, are you fucking
Sorry,
for real,
dude.
guy from
Even
New England?
I know they're cheaters.
Yeah, right. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, this is where she gets slapped.
Oh, come on. Dude. Oh, she's like, okay,
Is that
that's
by the
enough.
referee?
That's enough. She said. She's looking at her. She's like,
I mean, he slaps these shit.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. I don't know how. Okay, and now she's like, okay.
She
that's
got
cool.
pissed for a second. You
I'm
can tell.
out.
She got
Yes.
pissed
I'm
for
out.
like a
I'm out.
split second.
Why'd he slap her?
I think
That's
she
their warm-up
is.
routine. She's still pissed. You can
She
tell.
is the best in female combat, and she never got the respect. And the UFC completely shit the
Yeah.
bed on promoting her She
because of
should've
Ronda
went-
Rousey, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
protected Ronda Rousey when they should have pulled her inside. Go, listen, man, we want to bring you in. We need more fighters. You sell fucking fights. Don't challenge Ronda. She is everybody's fucking meal ticket. She sells. If you promise, we'll start a 145 division, and you don't have to talk shit. Even if she talks shit to you, don't talk shit to her. We'll give you your own division. But they couldn't do that. And dude, this woman they've cost her millions by not fucking bringing her in and promoting her. And you could say the steroids thing, that's great. I think there's a lot of people in this thing that do some kind of performance enhancing shit, okay? And they just haven't gotten busted. And now we find out the UFC can now pick and choose who they don't want USADA to test.
Really?
Yeah, that's
I
part of
didn't
the
hear that.
yeah. They can now do that. So if they test you, it's probably because of, which makes me laugh about John Jones. Like, why would you test him? Why would you test him? You don't have enough. You just don't have enough fighters to be getting rid of these dudes. You know, so it's interesting. So I think she's the greatest ever. I love watching her fight. I would watch that fight again.
Why do they call
Her and
it?
Holly?
I don't know her. So why Cyborg? What's
That's
that?
her husband's last name, I believe.
Yeah,
Oh,
Doesn't the word cyborg mean like?
Half machine.
Yeah, like.
That's
isn't
what I
that-
thought it was.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was her husband's last name.
Because he was cyborg
But I
too.
thought it was more so like that she's like,
like a machine, like
Yeah,
half
yeah.
machine, half robot.
which like fits her. So to
Okay.
me, I think she's. I
Oh
don't
my
think-
God, look at her.
Now,
Yeah,
now
she's-
Tony talked shit on this podcast.
Okay, so he just
On-
adopted that nickname from
on,
us.
Tony who?
Tony Hinchcliffe,
Hinchcliffe?
talked shit on the Joe Rogan podcast, and they got yelled at because they were laughing about. She's the only one who I don't want to say joke because it's disrespectful, but
Dana White said it about her too.
and she heard it, and she's like, "I'm gonna come down to the Comedy Store and beat the shit out of you," right? And Tony started lipping back, and Joe Rogan pulled him aside and go, "Dude, you don't want to talk shit to that chick. She will fuck you up." And
Yeah.
like,
And
what?
she trains with men, so it's like, what is Tony, like 120-pound Tony,
Oh
gonna?
my
Would they
God.
even be in the same division? No.
I am such a huge Cyborg fan because she's even though nobody roots for. They always say nobody roots for Goliath, but in terms of like her versus the brass of the UFC, she has been like the underdog. Like they've done everything they can to keep her out, and like she's fun. I like watching her. I root for her, and I know everybody roots because she in a weird way she's like a Mayweather in that they always go to see her lose. I just don't think she's a bad person like Mayweather. I think
She's not unlikable. No,
No,
I mean,
she's
yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like her.
I like
Yeah.
her too.
Is she
Yeah.
like Brazil? What is she?
She's Brazilian.
Yeah.
and because she's not a classic beauty, even though Mickey Gall's been on the record on this podcast that he would fuck Cyborg. And I think we should do that as a pay-per-view event.
A Patreon one.
Yeah. And have pregnant nanny in her pregnant with her bikini walk around being ring
You're
girl.
always involved.
Always in my bikini.
Yeah. I'm all about that pregnancy, homeboy. That's what I'm all about. Pregnant porn. Who's in? Anybody? Just me? Okay. So guys,
I can't.
we want to do some calls. If you want to call in, what is the number again? Anybody? It's on my
Hold on.
phone.
It's 323 something.
323
I was like, wow,
something.
Johnny, this is
guess,
why you're the
guess the rest
best.
of it.
323
Three.
992 9118.
Yeah, I did it because it has 911 in it. So 323-992
It's on the screen.
9118. Call in now And we got our first call.
Wow, people are
Hello,
waiting.
you're on with Punch Drunk Sports and Johnny Boom Boom Sanchez.
Johnny Sanchez.
Yes. How are you? Who are you?
Hey, so, hey, great. No, this is, my name's Dante, big fan. I thought I was a longtime fan, but I realized I don't know who the Fight Nanny is. I don't know her origin story, and I don't know who the lesbian from Ohio sitting next to her is.
Origin.
Also,
He's not
then, have you
from
not listened in
Ohio.
like a year and a half?
Can we get an origin story? Maybe
okay.
you can make a clip of it or something?
Where are you
Clip
from,
of it?
Fight Nanny?
Have you not listened in like a year and a half?
Yes.
I'm confused.
Yes. How long have you been on the show now? 2 years?
Yeah, the first one was March. The first Nate Diaz Conor McGregor fight.
And what date was that? What year? 2015?
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait, what are we in right now?
We're in
16.
2018.
Yeah, 16.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is Johnny. He's not lesbian. He's a good friend.
Not
of
from
mine.
Ohio.
He's not from Ohio. He's from North Carolina.
Kakalaki. Right.
He's
North
a big
Kakalaki.
part of the show. He works really hard. Where are you from? California?
Here, yeah, Pasadena
So
area.
there. Origins, Doc. Origins. Okay. That's great.
That's very weird.
Hello. You're on with Punch Drunk Sports.
Hey,
Yeah. Okay.
what's going on?
What's going on? You're calling in to
Calls
say
always
what?
go
What are you
smooth.
saying? You're calling in.
All right, quick. What's up? I'm Dave from Long Island.
Dave from
I'm
Long
tweeted
Island.
at you guys that I have a possible question of the year the other day.
Oh, okay. It's time
Here
for
we go.
question of the year.
All right, we all love football.
Yes.
Except for Fight Nanny.
Yes.
Yes.
Why isn't rugby more popular in the United States?
Oh, that's a good question.
It has the hitting. There's no pads. You can't really say it's too confusing for us to figure out because if you think about it, how long did it take for everybody to figure out what the hell's going on with football?
Yeah,
What
way
the
more
hell
rules
is
of
a
it. Yeah.
running back or a dime defense.
I'm going to tell you
some
something,
shit.
man. The reason I think that we're a football nation is that Bill Burr said it once. Like, you only have room for so many sports in your head. You know, it's like, I love NBA, MMA, and, football and baseball. I just think that football came here first.
All sports we invented in America,
Yes. Yes.
based off of other sports.
Yes.
All
but-
right, so basically you like your firstborn over your second kid.
No, because none of these sports are my kids.
Or
I love
someone
all my
else's kid.
kids.
It's
right?
like religion. It's what you grew up
Right,
with.
I love both of my kids too, but
Rugby is, I don't know, like it just got here later. And once the UFC, once football got hold in here, it's very well known they did everything they could to stop other sports from blowing up. Like, they've really worked hard on not getting soccer to come into this country, and now I think they've lost, and I think soccer's going to get big. I think it's got a
big.
big
It's
chance.
the biggest with kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
there's but he
What's your
brings-
favorite team, dude?
I'm a Pats fan.
Yeah, there we go.
what?
That was perfect.
who?
I'm a Pats.
You know what? I was going to ask him so because I almost brought this up earlier when we were talking about can a boxer, going into the different. I had this debate with this other friend of mine that was like, okay, if you took
Jamie Masada?
no, buddy, no, that's crazy. Buddy.
Harry Basil?
If you took the rugby
Fraser
guy, how
Smith?
well would the rugby guys play in the NFL?
Oh, they did
and
have
how
that guy.
well
They had a guy.
would the our NFL guys do in rugby?
That's a great question.
Who would feel intimidated and get hit more often that they'd go, I don't know if this is for me.
This is the guy who did. 704, you're on with Punch Drunk Sports and Johnny Boom Boom Sanchez.
What's going on, boys? Question for North Carolina. How disappointing was that Panthers loss?
Oh, it was crushing.
They
It was
fired
crushing.
your
They
coordinator.
fired Mike Shula, the offensive coordinator.
I mean,
finally,
talk about a guy that's lived off his
finally.
father's
Oh,
name.
God, what an idiot he is. I mean, he screwed up at Alabama. He hasn't done anything. You look at Cam Newton. He had 4,000 yards as a rookie, and he hasn't even come close to that since then.
Dude, you got to get a guy who's just like, if you're not wide open, throw it. I feel honestly kind of bad for older coaches because this, what's his name, McVay, the guy, the coach of the Rams right now?
Yeah.
McVay or
McVay.
McVay.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he just showed open it up, widespread, go far, go, and like these traditional run the ball. It's
Yeah,
like,
up
nah.
the middle.
Nah.
Yeah.
Panthers should have won that game, though.
Hey, dude, thanks for calling in.
That wasn't intentional grounding. And how did you see that interception that they did not review? that it was clearly a drop.
Dude, Cam Newton is Shaquille
Okay, wait,
O'Neal.
remind me again. This is
like
Carolina
the last
played who?
change of the Saints. It was the last change of
that's right,
possession.
that's right.
It was 4th down. The Saints went for it for some reason from like the 50-yard line.
Oh, that's right.
Drew Brees throws an interception, which clearly wasn't an interception. Which it cost the Panthers 20 yards of field position with less than a minute to go.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
And they didn't
man,
review
it looked like a catch to me.
No, I don't know.
You didn't think
see.
so?
Hold on.
I don't know. Is he biased?
Because it looked like no.
No, but I mean, everything I've seen afterward, everybody thought it was a clear drop. But
okay. All right. Well, because it looked like he landed and at least had like a second of control.
Well, but this year is the year of you have to like control the ball.
Yeah, it's crazy.
3.
Yeah.
Number one, they need to go back to if you catch it, you catch it.
Yeah.
All this shit about
That's
it moved.
another thing. They're over-regulating
And
it.
by the way, I want them to go back to the ground does not cause a fumble.
Yeah. Did you survive the ground? Guys,
Yeah. You're playing
408
football.
is on with Johnny. How are you? Hey, what's going on, dude? Thanks for calling in. What's the word?
Yeah, I haven't been able to catch the live stream. Y'all been about Chucky and the Raiders.
Okay.
Chucky?
How excited are you to have John Gruden back?
We are more excited than your connection, dude.
Yeah,
Gotta be honest with you. But like we said, we are super duper. I'm excited. I'm gonna be optimistic. I didn't like that they got rid of Jack Del Rio. I am
neither.
somebody who thinks that shows instability. Okay. I think it shows instability when you constantly keep turning over. Look at the Detroit Lions. How do you get rid of a guy that's 9-7 as your coach? It's unbelievable to me, dude.
Unless is there something that we don't know in the locker rooms where the players are protesting?
Oh, that's something I didn't want to talk. I wanted to talk to you about, but about the Lonzo Ball and his dad and Luke Walton. Luke Walton's funny. Did you see him? Like, why'd you sit him so early? Because his dad talked shit about me. You know, did you see that? He said it in Prague.
That's freaking great.
I love Lonzo Ball. I do wonder if they might have to move him because his father, he loves his dad. He loves his father. You go, who do you look up to? He goes, my dad. He loves his father. He's never going to disavow his father. He's never going to tell his dad to shut up because he loves his dad.
Right.
You might have to move Lonzo Ball. You might have to move him to somebody who has a very high draft pick because this, like, dude, Lonzo Ball, LeVar Ball is crazy. Now, I love a lot of shit he's doing. Like, he's like, fuck you and your system. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to talk my way into exposure for what I'm doing. He's taking that Lithuanian team, and they're now no longer in that league. They've moved them up to a bigger league, and they're playing different teams. I mean, to me, it's mind-blowing.
Yeah,
wow.
it's crazy. He's
and
crazy.
it's all on Facebook. Facebook is covering this all, making all of it happen. But, you know, it's like you can't talk shit about your coach. The problem with the Lakers is yes, okay, let's look at the Rams, and it's a different sport. The Rams are doing great with a young quarterback and a young coach. The NBA, it's like Luke Walton. It's like, can he manage these guys? Yeah. It's like everybody wants to look at Magic Johnson and Kobe. They came in the league and look out. Dude, they also played with top 5 centers of all time. Who is the other great guy on this team? Kuzma, and who just keeps yapping all the time.
He is pretty good though.
He's good, but he's
that's a good rookie.
talking a lot, dude. He's
Good
always
pick.
talking.
Yeah, he's always talking. You're
He's
right.
always like, oh, we gave up. Oh, the lock, blah, blah. It's like, shut up, homeboy.
I'd keep
You
him
gotta
over
do that
Ball,
in the
though.
ref voice.
I'd keep him
You got to
over
do
Ball.
that in the ref voice.
Hey, all right, 951, you're on with Boom Boom. What's up? Hello? Hello? 951.
Watch this. Tell me if this is a catch right here. Watch this. By the rules today, he just landed, one step, ball's out. No way that's a catch.
Oh, that is pretty quick.
I don't think
Why did
that's
it
a
seem
catch.
not that?
I don't think that was a catch.
They didn't. That's 20 yards of field position that cost the Panthers with a minute left. I think they score for sure without it.
One.
Of course,
two.
if they didn't miss a 25-yard field goal before that.
Yeah, and also too, dude. I mean, I get
What
you on
about
that.
Derek
but here's
Carr
the thing.
trying to be a
How about as a
superstar?
veteran?
Yeah.
Why not
Well,
bat
that's
it?
Mike Adams, he used to play with the Raiders.
Why not bat that?
Yeah, he's an idiot. Yeah.
You got your instinct is to just
Yeah.
bat,
604, you're on with
Anyway.
Boom Boom.
You're right.
Yo, what's up, Sam?
How are you?
Talking NBA.
Yeah, we are talking. Talk to me.
Does the NBA hate the Raptors?
Does the NBA have to
hate the
hate the
Raptors?
Raptors?
I love that accent. I do not believe they hate the Raptors. I think they need the Raptors. Are you asking because they're not getting as much coverage? Yeah.
No televised games, no love over Christmas. DeMar DeRozan's on fire. Doesn't get any love.
I agree. No, they do. I mean, I'm going to tell you what I see on our ESPN Sports Center in LA. We see a lot of Raptor highlights. They're talking very highly of them, how they're doing, all that stuff.
And they did just get the All-Star game.
And I do think because – and listen, dude, I love Toronto. I think Toronto's one of the best cities to gig. Do you ever go to Toronto and gig?
No, man. I don't gig in Canada. It's weird.
Dude, you got it. Do you ever talk to the House of Comedy?
Yeah, I've been trying to get into that place.
Dude,
it's
wonderful.
And I've been and I've thrown everybody's names from Eric Griffin to
She's
Darren
wonderful.
and,
Tammy's
Tammy.
great.
She's
I
really
think
nice.
they've had to start going through some PA agents. So it's just here. But I mean,
But no, you know what it is? No, in the whoever's in the cycle, not a lot of new different comics come in, man. I mean, because they're very loyal to
They have 3 clubs,
which I think is great, by the way.
Tammy is great.
Yeah,
and
they're
the whole
awesome.
club. But if you never get to Toronto, it's like San Francisco, just with fuckable people. Okay, like good looking, fun. Now you and I used to do coke back in the day. Quality cocaine in Canada. I don't know why their coke is better than our coke. Because you know what? They all love each other. It's not like, oh, let's stomp it and fuck. They're like, oh, hey, you want some good coke? Hey, and it's like fucking boom, you don't feel anything. And you're like, I got business plans. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why the Raptors
How's
don't
the come down on it, though?
Dude, it's the good. It just disappears.
It just disappears.
It's not like,
no,
and your nose just goes.
No,
like
no,
that.
but I mean the
Perfect,
the
dude.
depression, yeah.
I think people love the Raptors. I think the NBA needs to. The NBA is like the UFC, dude. You should be fucking promoting every team as hard as you can. The Raptors are great. The Milwaukee Bucks are phenomenal. Nobody knows who they are. You need to promote them.
Yeah, fun to watch.
Yeah, dude. Where are you from originally, dude?
I forgot.
I'm from London, and I moved to Vancouver, Canada.
Okay. Goodbye.
I would love if he wasn't from Canada, but was that concerned about the Raptors?
I love the Raptors. I think they're great. They're a good team.
I like them because I like dinosaurs.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh my God, that's as bad as when I was a kid. You know how I picked my teams, football teams? Their helmets.
Oh yeah,
and their
lots of kids do
mascots.
that.
Yeah.
But you're a kid. Why not?
Oh, did everybody else do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you like the color. You like
colors.
Chicks are allowed to like dumb shit. That's just how we are.
That's
We
how I
allow them to
partake
like
in this
dumb
show.
shit.
What's
They're
that?
like, I like the way they do that. That's my thing. Like women win fucking like betting pools based on colors.
I remember back in the day when the Niners were going to play the Dolphins in the Super Bowl, and some of our close friends were, my dad's been a diehard Niner forever.
Yeah.
And then this
Hold
his
on,
best
dude.
friend.
Go on.
Yeah, his best friend's daughter was like, "I'm pulling for Miami." He's like, "Why?" She's like, "Dan Marino's cute."
Yeah.
That was it. Dan Marino's
Dude,
cute.
one of my favorite jokes is Red Band's joke about look up Dan Marino, and then he goes, go through the first 3 pages of Dolphins pussies. I fucked it up. But anyways, 951. Hello?
Great.
Are you here? 951?
Yo, what's up? Calling
What's
from
up?
Riverside.
You're the last call of the day. What's up?
Hell yeah, Sam. Sweet show, man.
Thank you.
I just want to say fuck football.
Okay.
Not about it.
I love it.
But looking forward to the World Cup coming up this year.
I'm very sad we didn't make it, but I do love World Cup soccer. I do love it.
I don't think I can watch it without the United States.
I can. I love Brazil. I would just think about all the ass you must get if you play for either Brazil or Italy. Like, dude, imagine being an elite Italian soccer player. The ass you must get. I mean, just stacking, hitting holes like Price is Right Punch-Out. Just boom, cash and prizes.
I don't think that's what
there's
he's
hella
called.
money in the sport, guys.
Yeah. I mean, dude, mention being Ronaldo. All the fucking. Who's your favorite
that
player,
guy.
dude?
God.
Who's your favorite player?
Messi all the way, bro.
There we go. Great way to end the show.
What did he say?
Messi.
Oh, Messi all the way. Yeah,
Messi's
yeah, yeah.
We
great,
hang
dude.
up on people.
If you haven't
picked
didn't,
up on
okay.
that.
But you know what's interesting, dude? It is just I get so frustrated with soccer because it takes forever to score, and it's like all that work, and then you're like,
Do you watch regular, like European soccer? It is
Right.
like watching just like Steve Nash. I mean, like, dude, The way they can kick the ball right to the right place.
I love that. I just don't. I can't deal with 1-0 at the end of a freaking 2 hours.
They should make the goal like so big.
A little bit bigger, or 2 less guys.
Smaller,
I don't know.
Make the field a little smaller. Yeah.
Or
guys,
the field smaller.
I think this for not having anybody like the Jason or Ari for the most part on it. It was a great show. Everybody killed. Final thoughts, Nanny.
I never have a final thought when you put me on the spot.
Final thoughts, Johnny.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Mike Shula. Bye.
It's
over.
Boom, boom. Final thoughts.
Hashtag Sam for ref.
Are you gonna come back on?
Yeah, we got it.
Of course. You're always welcome.
Hey, by the way, I got a question. Will you guys watch and comment and talk about the Winter Olympics?
Yeah.
I watch curling.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I think it's really fun.
But I watch there's another thing. I just watched the figure skating championships.
Yeah.
I like that too.
I love all Olympics, man.
Downhill skiing.
Ski jump.
I love that
slalom.
shit. Ski jump. Yeah,
ski
jump's
jump
great.
is awesome. You
I
guys
love the
should
winter.
do-
That's
you
my
guys should do
favorite
the-
Olympics. Most people
I'm
prefer
a summer games
but
guy.
I
but
like the winter.
I still watch the winter games.
I
All right.
love the
Hey, by the way, thanks for having me. This is fantastic. First time I got to
Great
work
show.
with Sam on something like this.
Yeah,
Thanks,
dude,
guys.
You're always welcome. If you got
Thanks,
anything
man.
big coming out, hit us up and we'll get you back on.
Yeah.
Aaron, final thoughts.
Love it. Let's do it again.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we
like
will
that.
see you again soon. Bye. Punch Drunk Sports, where winners win.
Oh, yeah.